We are live. Hello there. Let me go ahead and jump into Robot Masters and we will get into the shenanigans. Gen Max, you're here. What's up, man?
I'm not here. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Well, it's not the first time my imagination responded back to me, so.
Well, there you go. You're just losing it, man.
I'm always losing it. We have 5 people watching. Oh my god.
I'm one of them.
I know you're one of them. We have Ray Wesley. We have Mandy. What's up? Got Lindeb. And there's probably a couple more people watching. I'm so gonna shove that sound pad up your ass.
You almost got lucky. My wife was playing games. She quit already, so it's a good thing.
I almost got lucky. How?
I almost didn't have it available because she's using my account right now.
Ah. Go back to playing games, Jim's wife.
uh,
So I'm gonna assume Rogues are bundle on sometime unless it's too late and he's gonna go stream of Dragon. Probably is. I think he's got an hour left before he has to go, but
we'll probably still be on, but more likely than that.
yeah, it's all good. My fault. Recording ran a little long today. I was doing some other stuff. Linda asks, "Okay, so what are you doing today?" I'm streaming. That's what I'm doing.
I'm making videos about the State of the Union still.
Yeah, go Chiefs.
I got copyrighted strong for just the songs I used today. Oh,
There's some songs that you cannot use, like all of Garth Brooks. You can't use any Garth Brooks songs.
Ring of Fire. And here's the thing: the only reason it wasn't visible at all is because that song's banned in Russia. I'm like, who gives a fuck about Russia right now? Then, and then it was claimed by the Knoxville, Tennessee gang, and
Cool.
I took that down. I changed the song to "We Didn't Start the Fire." 13 seconds of it. Oh, that fucking song's banned in every country. Oh, that song is banned everywhere but the U.S. No one will play that song except the U.S. England. I'm like, why?
Yeah, you know why? Because we didn't start the fire. All the other countries did.
I know. Yeah, the assholes in charge did. So it's banned everywhere outside the U.S. So that stopped all the views. So then I don't get views outside the U.S. that often.
But you want views on your Chinese deal.
But yeah. So then I uploaded it without the song. Oh fuck! It took off. I think it's actually worse without the song, but okay. The song at least makes it light.
Up and away.
Oh, it fucking took off. And then you can tell, oh, wait a minute, this is against our fearless leader. We have to start limiting it. And yeah. But yeah, all of my videos that I did on the State of the Union, almost all of them went about 2,000 plus. So.
I know. I know, Maddie, you're not supposed to use copyrighted music and stuff like that, but here's the thing, there's a thing called a license fee universal. If it's being used in a fair use manner, you can use it.
Well, it's not so much I was using the full song. I was probably using about a 15-second clip on each one. And that it wasn't even the copyright that was stopping it. The copyright was fine. It was the restriction in other countries.
Yeah.
I mean, most songwriters really don't have most places because it promotes the song. Because they saw what happened to Never Give You Up. And after they realized, oh, it could make our song, this could make our song popular and people would buy it, because there are people who will buy it.
Oh god, can you imagine a conversation between Maddie and Lindeb? That would, oh my god. That would be glorious.
But yes, God. Those two. But yeah, basically Biden's I took out the background on this last one. Put a burning field in the background. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
How's the country doing?
It's
It's like State of the Union. How's the country doing? Look behind you, Bunting Field. We're doing okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, people really didn't like this one. This is probably the most thumbs downs I've ever gotten on a video.
Most thumb downs on the video.
I'm surprised. I think 50.
I'm surprised my troll Hogwarts Legacy gameplay didn't get as much hate.
They're only going after the really big streamers, and those that they go after are too big for them to go after. I mean, hell,
we got a rogue.
I am said rogue. Hello.
Oh, rogue.
Something about going after people?
Yes.
We were just talking a little bit about Hogwarts Legacy.
Copyright strikes, Hogwarts Legacy, and a couple other things.
Yeah, I know it's a mediocre. I know it's a mediocre game. I'm not talking about the gameplay. I'm talking about the retards behind going after people.
Oh yeah, no. Again, not going to discredit the game. The game is passable for what it is.
Oh yeah.
I can't say anything bad about the game. The game is a sensational hit. The game does have a lot of fan service for the most. It is a true Harry Potter based game that a Harry Potter fan would die for.
It is a self-insert Harry Potter fan service.
The problem is 90% of the Harry Potter fan base almost don't even know who the fuck J.K. Rowling is, and even if they did, I don't think they would care.
True.
The ones who buy it, yeah.
I mean, you got the hardcores, you've got the fanatics, you've got the simplified fans, and then you just have the rest of us. It all kind of varies on the level of interest.
I just want to play the game still the shit part. That's all I want to do. It's like, oh, you're a transphobe if you play this game. Oh, you're against gay rights. All right, I want to play the game just so I can make you bitch more.
I don't know when you have J.K. Rowling's retconning a lot of her characters to be gay, black, and a few other different things. So, I mean, how is she a transphobe?
Gay, black.
There is no fucking. Alright, there's no fucking proof out there that she is a homophobe, and there's no proof out there that she's a transphobe.
She's a classical feminist.
She has a stance.
Like Rogue said, she's a classical cunt bag. But you know, hey.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the things. JK's Rowling stance on trans and queer and stuff like that is far more milquetoast than what my fucking stance is.
Look, at the end of the day, she will defend a trans person's right to exist, but she's also defending the right of womanhood. She's a classic second wave feminist. Sorry, but this we've had this conversation when we had another second class, feminist showed up for Gamer fucking Gate. Christina Hoffsummer. If anybody remembers her, she was a second generation feminist who pretty much said, yeah, women are women, men are men.
That's true.
Simple as that.
It's Mr. Rogers said it really well. Only girls can be mommies and only boys can be daddies.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the harsh reality.
I vote we bring Mr. Rogers back in schools.
I vote we bring him back to life.
That'd be a good start. Let's
we have the technology.
We have the capability.
Yeah.
We can make him stronger, smarter.
Going back to watching
hopefully not woke.
What, you don't want to watch me, dear old mommy?
But no, I mean
go ahead.
No, but
I thought you were a fan, Lindab. Fine, you go back to watch the Super Bowl. I hope the Chiefs lose if they're playing.
What? The Super Bowl is going again?
God, yeah, that's the third time, and I forgot that today the Super Bowl is today.
Yeah, I don't care, so I don't keep track of it.
No, it's a Super Bowl in my mind.
Well, maybe I should have cared.
Maybe I should have. Maybe I should start the stream out with all
You
my
can hear
rowdy
it from my
friends.
bedroom. I don't think so. I'm good. She's yelling loud enough.
Oh, Maddie's mom's doing the same thing. Hey, Lindab.
But here's
Don't
my
talk your goddamn shit. I mean, I'd rather watch Super Bowl than sit here and let you all whine about a fucking feminist that made a comment about a transsexual
We're
gender.
not whining. No, time out, time out.
ABC,
Whoa, whoa,
you know,
whoa,
come
whoa.
on,
Hold
come
up,
Time
on.
out. Hold on.
Lindab. Hold up. One, she didn't make any comment against the transsexuals. The people who say that she did can't even prove that she did.
I know it.
So it's like,
It's
okay.
fake news, and everybody
It
got
is.
their feelings hurt before
Oh,
they
of
ever had the
course.
facts. But you know, it's just,
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
even call these people feminist anymore. You want feminists, you have
No.
to go back 30 or 40 or 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
Oh yeah, no, it's been co-opted a very long since
Yeah.
the 90s. So it's over. It's over.
Yeah, well, no, that's not over. Some of
Maddie-
us old dogs are going to get up on our
Alright,
still
hang on,
like,
hang on,
stop the
time
fuck.
out. Maddie,
hope so.
you're more than welcome to join in too on this if you want.
I thought Maddie already knew that she had an open door.
Well,
I don't know. I'm just watching football. Men in tight pants, you know.
Oh,
That's
God.
that's a classic.
Yeah.
I
men
hate
in tight
football so
pants who
much.
beat their wives. Yeah.
Men in tights.
Yeah.
Classic movie.
I fucking hate football.
You notice Lynn didn't argue with me on that one.
I was referring about Men in Tights. I don't know where you got football from.
Because the guys I'm watching right now, that looks like their pants are painted on. But anyways, Mr. Tyler there ought to understand that his grandmother's the one that started us all into watching football. So I'm just kind of doing what I would normally do when the Super Bowl comes on. I'd be sitting here eating good food and watching a stupid thing, not really giving a shit who wins or who loses.
You know, and
it's a classic tradition. Just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never.
I mean, I think you got the freaking robot of the Chiefs.
I don't have it. It's not an old house. I don't have it here. I think it's over.
You sure?
It's
You
either in
sure
the
it didn't
shop
float
or-
away during the flooding?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. No, we bought this thing for my grandmother.
You bought it for grandmother. It was a Kansas City Chief
it's
robot. It wiggles its ass and does a dance, and I forget what the song is.
All my rowdy friends.
But did everybody see the Flash trailer?
Flash what trailer?
The Flash. They did it during the Super Bowl. Actually, I hate to fucking say it. It actually looks pretty good. Other than the fact that Ezra Miller's in it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's the ads that advertise during the Super Bowl that gets the most attention.
I miss the Budweiser frogs.
Yeah, Bud.
What?
And the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Super Bowl one with the frogs on a gator that I told Road that he needs to co-op for GNF.
He did.
I did.
This is what I liked. Is remember the little mosquito? The guy was eating Louisiana hot sauce on his stuff, and the mosquito bit him, sucked his blood, and flew out about 20 feet and went.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I like the ones with where they had the iguanas.
Yeah, the iguanas. Or how about the ones that was the little was it gerbils or hamsters that was driving the box car?
The Scion.
Yeah. I don't know what the car was, but just the gerbils and the beat of the music of their heads bobbing and stuff. It's like, okay.
I remember the
had
commercial where the football player gave his jersey and then threw his pants at the kid.
Yeah, we had two of those stupid little robots. We had one of a Kansas City Chiefs guy, and you push the button and it
Santa Claus.
No, it wasn't Santa Claus. It was the Caddyshack Gopher playing "It's I'm All Right."
Yeah, yeah. And we also had one Santa Claus. He would wiggle his little red butt.
I remember this too when I was a kid. For some reason, I had Dallas Cowboys ornaments. I had Dallas Cowboy jacket. I don't even know why I had Dallas Cowboys stuff.
Oh, you were a Dallas Cowboy fan.
I think it's because it was just Cowboys. I don't think, I didn't
Oh
understand.
no, you
principles.
knew the players, you knew everything, and you and grandmother
I
would
only
have
knew Troy
bets.
Aikman.
You and grandmother would have bets, and
Oh.
oh my God, the screaming and throwing shit at the TV. I mean,
I
Jiminy,
don't remember
it was.
this.
Mama Lynn tells the truth.
I was sitting there in the recliner.
I do not even remember this.
I was in one recliner. Sparky was in another recliner. Grandmother was on the couch, and we were all sitting there. We make snacks and stuff to eat and all this stuff.
I know why. Because I was forced to watch it because I couldn't watch anything else because we only had one TV with 4 channels, and that's what they
Oh, I
wanted
will
to
be
watch.
damned. I mean, it's a poor, pitiful life you led back then.
You had a TV. Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we were watching it, and he'd go to town. I want that cowboy. I mean, they were glass ornaments. I still got them, I believe.
We still have them.
And anyways, it was like, oh my God, it's just sitting in
We
between the
had
two
grandma's.
bickered, and Sparky look over. He cheated. No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
I don't even remember this.
And I just sit there.
Sparky,
I
you're not
drank
that
my
old.
coffee and-
I didn't. All right, look, I was probably saying that, but I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I don't know the fucking rules of football. I still don't.
Sparky,
But,
you're not that old yet.
I never
He's
knew
old
the.
now.
I never knew the rules of football. I mean,
But
literally, I
me-
played in a football game. I ran the other direction and scored for the other team in football.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That was a far-fetched one. But anyways, it didn't matter because my mom was a Kansas City Chief, so I'd have to root for the other team. It didn't matter. I rooted for them. It's kind of like a debate team. You try to see if you can ruffle the other one's feathers and get them off course.
And now that grandma's gone, now you're just a full-fledged Chiefs fan.
No, I'm not. I go to other ones too. I mean, if I know somebody's a die-hard fan of one team, I'll go for the other team just to know the little shit at them.
Yeah, no, that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But no, we were just talking about the new Harry Potter game that came out and all the fucking.
I know. I've watched
stupid
some of my
idiots.
friends play it. I love the textures in there. Their textures are really good.
Well, what we're talking about is all the people going after the streamers streaming the game. Oh my god, you're against.
I don't
trans
give a
rights and
flying
stuff like
fuck. If you
that.
don't like the game, don't buy the motherfucker. End of story. Go on, you little goddamn Karens. Bye,
Yeah, pretty
Felicia. Get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, it's been funny to
pretty
watch.
basically that way.
I was just sitting here and I said, should I go back to tech and truck repair content? So I thought I'd tune in and see what you were doing, but you're talking this goddamn Billy ass bullshit.
We're gonna get into it. Like I ended up putting a short out on the channel to see if people would want to watch it. Rogues in here.
I'd
going,
rather watch
"Just
that
do
than a
it!"
bunch of stupid anime.
Yeah.
At least somebody may learn something.
That's true.
That's exactly what
Oh,
Rogue said.
Jesus Christ.
Just do it.
Oh no.
But no,
Are you in pain over there? Do we need to pray for your lost soul? What's the deal?
Apparently he's giving birth.
Ah.
Oh, God damn it.
That's the reason why you guys would never make very good females.
he's sitting there going, he's like, "Oh, I got my clip for this stream." That's what he's doing.
I don't care. But anyways, it's like I've talked to a lot of guys, and they if they get sick, they're the worst patients in the world. And I'm sitting there going, try giving birth to a 6-pound or a 10-pound baby, and then tell me how bad you don't feel good or hurt.
Wow, they really changed Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they did.
Holy crap. That is awesome. That might actually be a good movie now. We'll see.
With
No.
Harrison Ford still in it? I thought he said he wasn't making it anymore.
He isn't making anymore. This is the last one he'll be ever doing. He wanted Indy to be killed.
Like Han Solo.
Yes.
Well, if you do that, if you have your character killed, you don't have to worry about some dumbass, not quite masculine man coming in and taking your place and ruining your character.
Oh no, that's still a possibility.
Yeah, but again, not necessarily. Here's the problem: it wouldn't be Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones. It would just be somebody else trying to portray that character.
Ah,
It's
and
just a
everybody
name.
knows
Well,
that's
that's
bullshit.
that's kind of what they wanted to do with Shia LaBeouf, but that fell through the cracks.
That only fell through the cracks because he had some issues.
And told Disney to fuck off.
Did he?
He had some issues.
Well, that's the reason why he's not in any more the Transformers movies.
Right? Yes. He's not in good graces with Disney because he had some issues with them.
Well, did you see where Tim Allen's coming back and make another Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, I
It's Toy
heard.
Story 5.
Yeah.
They had a perfect ending to the fourth Toy Story.
They don't care. It's a franchise that they're going to milk to the end.
Like
No,
Star Wars. Star Wars would have been a perfect movie had they stopped at part 3.
Well, but by the time they finished episode 6, you're done. The story is over.
Yeah.
They had to come up with a brand new story in a completely different direction now.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't.
I
They
think
made the shit up, and it was junk.
I think
yeah.
Tim Allen needs to go back in and ad-lib all of Buzz's lines from Lightyear.
But yeah, it's the same way with Witcher. They got rid of what's his face, and it's like, what's his Carvel?
They made another Santa
Henry
Claus
Cavill.
movie.
With who?
Tim Allen. Brought
Yeah.
back Bernard and the original Santa Claus that fell off the roof.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's just like this. Jaws was done after part 3. And when they kept adding to it and adding to it and adding to it and adding to it, it's like, would you stop? You're screwing up the original movie.
it's like with Star Wars.
It's like Jurassic Park. The last 2 things they did of it, yeah, the last one was perfect because somebody said, you know what, we got to tie this all back to the beginning and end it.
You know what?
Beep, beep.
I will say this much for Jurassic Park. We kept true to the tradition we had with that movie. Both you and me did.
If they'd have had one more, you'd have been going by yourself.
I could clearly say me and Linda we've seen every Jurassic Park in theaters.
That was the first and last mistake I ever made, taking him to a movie.
The only one that can have a viable sequel is Zootopia. Problem is they'll never make that at the moment they'll never make that into a franchise. Yeah.
The only Utopia I remember is humans and it's little dinosaurs or something. Or maybe that I don't know.
I'm trying to think about it.
But you
think of what?
you can drag a dog until it turns to dust, but that doesn't make it right or doesn't make it feasible.
Dust, more like, smeared paste on the pavement.
I'm just saying, when you have a good thing, yeah, maybe 1 run up or 2, but not 13. I mean, look at Sharknado. How many times can you twist that around to put it on
Well, look
TV?
at Jaws.
It's in space. No, let's be real. Let's go with the real proper franchise. Look at Friday the 13th.
Oh god.
Oh God!
That
How many times can you slice and dice somebody?
Right, that sucker has been ongoing.
Oh
to the
well,
part where the
look
guy
at The Walking
dies.
Dead.
Yeah, that's another one. It's another good one. So there's only so much that you can give to a franchise. The moment that you lose all the principal characters, especially for The Walking Dead, no one's really interested anymore.
The only thing I could think they could get away with for a little while is be that Yellowstone movie and stay with the current events of what's happening in the country. That'd be the only way they could keep that going.
You mean Earth, the series?
What?
Earth, the series?
No, Yellowstone. Yellowstone.
I've got to get into Yellowstone. I still haven't seen any. I've seen clips.
Well, all you have to do there, Sparky, is grab a couple of stones, paint them yellow, and you got it made.
Yeah. Who could have thought that Back to the Future Part 2 nailed it with like the remake movies. Jaws 20.
Well, honestly, with Hollywood, they have nothing new.
Nah. Hollywood hasn't been Hollywood since like the 60s and 70s.
I'm surprised they haven't done a stupid Back to the Future reboot.
They would love to, but neither one of the
Robert
principal actors
Zemeckis
are.
needs to keep that shit locked up and not let anyone fucking have it.
Yeah, well, their principal actors are kind of incapable.
Michael Fox is out of service.
Yes,
Yeah.
he incapable of doing what they need to do. Yeah, he's done. Michael Fox is
Now
Michael
they
J.
could
Fox
probably CG him in because I'm sure they ain't got enough vocals of him that they could make him talk.
it is doable. It is
Yeah.
doable.
Whether he'll let them or not is a different story.
That's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, every time he suggests it, people go nuts. What Maggie says, yeah.
I mean, look at Top Gun. What was his name? Iceman? Icebox?
Icebox.
I
Val
can't
Kilmer's
remember.
character
The
was
Iceman. And
The
he
Iceman.
played
Iceman, yeah.
Val
I mean,
Kilmer.
Yes.
he couldn't play his original part. Actually, he died
Yeah.
in that
well,
in
yeah,
that part
Mm,
because they
he
knew
is a-
he wouldn't be able to come back, so they got rid of his ass.
No,
Iceman never died.
Yeah,
He
did.
does
died
die
of
in the movie.
cancer.
In the movie, he dies in the new.
Val
I haven't
Kilmer's
seen.
still very much alive.
I haven't seen the
He can
new
do
movie
the part.
yet.
He just can't say anything.
I haven't seen the new movie yet, so
I
don't
have.
know.
I swore I wasn't going to, right?
but you
And
fell
then
in love with it.
No, and then it came on to Netflix,
Yep.
and I seen the trailer of it, and I thought, well, shit. So, anyways, I watched it.
And
It was good. It got emotional there a couple of times. If you watch the first Top Gun and then you watch this, it got kind of emotional, and then he had to fly with the son of the guy that he got killed in the first movie, the one that was his
Goose and Rooster.
navigator.
Rooster.
The Goose was his navigator. Rooster's the son.
Yeah, I know. Rooster's the son. Goose was the navigator.
Rooster.
Yeah.
But it got kind of emotional, and you could understand the hate relationship between the two.
Uh-huh.
And it was one of them that pulled on your heartstrings a little bit, and I was like, I hate you, Tom Cruise. I don't like your left-handed leaning bullshit.
Yeah. Scientology, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's Scientologist.
And he's also, it's like, you will adhere to the COVID mandates and wear your mask and blah, blah, blah. And if you don't get vaccinated, then you won't freaking work here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for you to do one of your little stunts and you drop over dead from a heart attack.
I wish him the best of luck on that one.
I'm still going without being vaccinated.
Mm.
No,
Get
a lot of the
vaccinated.
people that got vaccinated, especially sports people. I mean, look at that NFL player. He's what, 27, 30?
Uh-huh.
27, yep.
And he just dropped right there on the field from a heart attack. I bet you he's vaccinated, but they won't tell you that.
No,
He was vaccinated. They were all vaccinated.
A week before the game.
They again, and as for Tom Cruise and the COVID thing, he was working in the UK. So in order for him to in order to continue to work in the UK as a producer for the entire budget, he had to follow the rules. Otherwise, that entire movie and budget was gone, and he was on the hook for it.
Yeah, so there were some reasons behind that. He's actually anti-vax.
Very much so. It's not part of his religion. You're not supposed to do that shit. And in order for him to work, he needs to follow the rules for Hollywood.
Oh, well, he needs to say he's followed the rules.
Well, again.
Well, when your Scientology people have
time out.
But they don't have to have that.
There's a good example of why you need to follow the rules. If you need to know, look at Alec Baldwin.
That is true. That's very fucking true.
I mean, there is a reason why you need to follow rules. Now,
What was it they
Can
said?
I make the-
political
can I-
talking points? Hang on, political
Go.
talking points. Shove them up your ass. But like legit rules, based on filming, as long as they're not politically based, yeah, no, they need to be followed.
Can I
Yeah,
make
go
a statement?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
go
of
ahead.
course.
Have you guys noticed that everybody, and I'll call him Orange Man Bad. Everybody knows who I'm talking about when I say Orange Man Bad. But
Would that
have
be
you
Donald Trump?
noticed that any superstar or any politician or any rich person that ever really went after and attacked Orange Man Bad has ended up with their careers or their life screwed for the rest of their life?
Mhm.
There's been, there's been stars and actors, and I
The
won't
Trump
really,
curse.
I won't say stars and actors, but I'll
It's
go
a
with
Trump
like,
curse.
I'll go with like music stars, particularly country. Like, I know this kind of touches bad with Linda, but like Garth Brooks, he was never against Trump. He was never really with Trump, but he also he is president of the United States. And he did the same thing with Biden. He's been consistent. He's not been on one
Oh,
side.
bullshit. Go take a dive off the end there, buddy, because you just told a big whopper.
Actually, no, I didn't.
He denied playing at Trump's inaugural ball, but turned around and played at Biden's inaugural ball.
There was reasons behind that. He was on tour still.
Mm-mm.
Actually,
Tell
he
yourself that
was.
again.
No, he was on tour still.
Tell yourself that, and you may live to
You can
be the
say
ripe age of
that
40.
you can say that all you want, but he did get Lee Greenwood, so there you go.
Lee who?
Lee Greenwood.
That's because of his politics. He also got Toby Keith.
Yeah.
And he also got several other stars. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. And have you noticed Rolling Stones has sued him? Don't use my music. And somebody else sued him. Don't use my music. But guess what? He's still playing their music.
You can sue him all you want. It's fair use.
You can play whatever song you want as long as you own the track, as long as you bought the track in front of people.
And you license it.
He has a license. He has a license to use it in his hotels. He has a license to use it on his golf courses and stuff.
Mhm.
He can
As long as you do that, they have no say, because the problem is they might have made the music, but they don't own the music.
Most of them don't. No.
No,
Actually,
because when they sign a
all
contract
artists,
on the dotted line, the
The
music
studios
company
own it.
owns it.
Yeah.
And then when the music company gets in the bind, they'll sell the rights to it.
Well, and see, here's the thing: is like Garth Brooks went back. I know he's bought the rights to his own music. He owns all of his music. It's not like to a music label or anything like that. He owns them. George Strait, it still has his out with the music companies, but he also
George Strait is the first cousin of Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And
George Strait is the only person I ever seen. Every once in a while he slips, but he keeps his political beliefs undercover.
yeah, I don't care which way you swing, as long as you don't spout your fucking political nonsense. So it's everyone saying, "Oh, you need to follow this," or "You need to be like this." I'm fine with it. Like if Garth Brooks doesn't want to play at someone's inauguration, oh well, who cares? He wants to play another one, fine, okay, play it. Is he sitting there going now, oh well, we got to have this political belief or idea? No, he doesn't do that.
Well, he did, but him and was it Trisha? Got their ass shot.
Him and Trisha split
Mhm.
now, I think.
Whoever his Earwood.
Yeah, I think those two.
Whoever
split
he
within
was
last
with.
year.
Whoever he was with in the Trump era,
was
they
Trisha.
made some leftist comments or blah blah bullshit, and the fans turned against him, and it's like he came out and apologized and said it won't happen again.
The classic apology tour.
Yeah, and it's like I wrote to on Twitter: take your apology and shove it where the sun don't shine. Not on the left, not on the right, but in the groove.
Yeah. Well, the one I laugh against is like Rage Against the Machine. Is them.
What about Rage?
Well, they said that,
You say you rage against the machine, but then you want to stifle
yes.
everybody's free speech.
Yeah, yes, that's what I mean. The
Yeah.
the concept of what they came out with the band was not to fall into single line form and stuff
Really?
like that.
What wasn't that the same concept for another group that was part of the whole punk generation? Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. Green fucking Day.
Yeah,
And
Green
now where are
Door.
they?
yeah,
Where
I
are
know.
they
That's what I
now?
mean.
They've
That's what I
corporatized
mean.
themselves. This is the problem. This is the problem
That's
with
what I mean.
everybody within this industry, the music industry. They say one thing, they get
And then
money,
they do another
they start
thing.
getting bank, and then all of a sudden they turn.
All of them say that we need to get away from oil and all that stuff, but they don't have no problem getting in that private jet and flying them alone somewhere
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
that they could have got in a car and drove there in 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, don't practice me until you're ready to, don't preach to me until you're ready to practice what you preach. And until I see it, you know what? You go take a flying leap off the end of the pier.
Yeah. And it's like, for me, it's like, I don't have an issue or problem switching over to, like, electric vehicles and stuff like that. Fix the grid first. Make the grid more reliable first.
Make it where it don't take you 24 to 48 hours to recharge your car. Do you realize that if I had been driving when I was building bridges in an electrical car, that I'd probably been 2 or 3 days late getting to and from a job site?
Well, reliability of EVs is something that's going to have to be worked on. That is one thing. But we shouldn't be working on towards electric vehicles if we do not have the capability of being able to sustain those vehicles. And what I mean right now is like,
this is what pisses me off. You want me to buy a $68,000 electrical vehicle, but the electric that generates that electric for that vehicle is coal, gas, hydro, or nuclear, or solar, or wind, it's all the same bullshit. And solar's not dependable. Wind turbines are not dependable, not yet. Hydra is about the only one, but if they don't take care of their lakes and streams, they're not going to be that way.
Here's the way it goes. Renewable energy and stuff like that, and frankly, wind and solar shouldn't even be considered renewable energy. It's not renewable energy. It's energy that comes from someplace, just not like in the form of water or coal.
Again, it's a form of a gimmick, just like
I know,
whole
it's
grain
stupid.
and organic.
I know, it's stupid, and it's like,
I'm actually watching a Super Bowl performance here, and it's the first time I ever seen that the female artist had clothes on.
Yeah, give it time, I'll change.
But
I'll change.
Well, I'll tell you where I draw the line. You know that big fat black woman that plays the fiddle?
Oh, you mean the Chinese blimp?
Is that what she is?
Yeah. She was technically the Chinese blimp that was invading you guys in the United States. Lizzo. Lizzo. Have you seen her outfits? I mean, they're big and bold, and in some cases very
not
metallic.
Very much to them, and I see all I see is fat wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could take several $10,000 bundles of money and just lift that wrinkle up, stuff it underneath there, and you'd never lose it.
Yeah, the inflated
you would lose it because you'd have to hunt the wrinkles for it.
Yeah, no, they inflated her just right, and she started to lift off, and they didn't, have a tether to hold her down in place, and but all of a sudden she was just floating over, where was it? Idaho, something like that.
Oh hell, we've had one go all the way from Montana to Carolinas, and then one didn't hardly make it out of Alaska, and another one made it to Montana.
This is Madonna when she got her injections.
Oh fuck, we could go there.
Anyways, actually, this is something I want to ask. Jim, what's going on in Ohio?
Down in Ohio.
What's wrong with Ohio now?
Apparently, there's a gigantic ass fucking railroad explosion down there somewhere.
A what?
Did Lizzo's team show up again?
No, I mean,
let me take a look.
I'm being legitimate. Apparently, there's like a major ass fucking railroad disaster. They've evacuated a whole town or something.
Is this the one from a while ago, or is this a new one?
I don't know. I've been seeing.
Okay,
I've been
I'm
seeing
looking
Captain
at it
Hook.
now. It's like 4 fucking days ago.
Yeah, that's what I was. Was there another one? Yeah, this
No,
happened a
that's
while
the
ago.
same one. It's not new. It's not old. They're saying it's supposed to be having like carrying toxic chemicals and all that kind of
I
shit.
just
so-
well,
I do
what
know,
what
like,
I
we had a
mean.
couple breaks in one.
What I mean is, it's like one. I've just been seeing stuff about it, and I just
Yeah, from whom?
Ohio's
Fox and
notorious.
Friends? Yeah.
Ohio's
He-
notorious at this.
I've been seeing
usually it's
Captain
coal
Hook.
cars.
I've been seeing Captain Hook post about it on Twitter. That's why.
Yeah,
I'm asking.
well, here's the problem. If you guys are following Fox and Friends, that's the new talking point because they got nothing to talk about.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Down in Ohio, we've had coal cars do this quite a bit. Usually, it's just cars full of coal shipping back and forth.
Isn't it chlorine
What
gas?
happens is the axles break because they use them so much.
Yeah,
They
isn't it?
usually have to the chemical. Now, here's the thing: the chemical trains usually have to be inspected almost daily. So
Mhm.
this kind of thing doesn't happen. And apparently, the railway companies during the strike period that still isn't quite resolved, really, even though they say it is. Yeah, this happened because they had to cut safety inspectors.
Oops.
So
It sounds like John Deere.
this was going to happen because the government didn't want to pay for safety inspectors, even though it was their job. So yeah, this happened basically because the government didn't want to pay their fair share, essentially.
They didn't want to give up money because they have to send it to the Ukraine.
They have to send it to Ukraine or pay their new tax service agents. So
Or China.
No,
Yeah,
China's going to get the money regardless. They
Yeah.
make most of the shit, so they're getting money.
The government doesn't
Anyway.
have to give it to them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
most-
I want to ask because I seen a report about is like chlorine gas was one of the chemicals being.
There's quite a few. I mean, you're looking at grains that were toppled over. That's also being infected. You also have coal, and then whatever else that was, hooked up to the train in question.
Here's
So
the thing: they're not supposed to use the coal carts with the chemical, and that might have been what happened. But the coal cars do this quite often, and usually they only ship the coal alone.
yeah,
Like I said, this is nothing new, but the fact that chemicals were involved this time, that's the only difference.
Big ubu.
yeah, and realistically, I knew about it because of like 47 Canadians that were killed up here. So I mean,
I know about it because it technically happened in my backyard, but
So it's like,
Why I was asking.
I'm fine. I mean, I don't feel any effects from the gas,
that's until you give birth, and then we'll find out whether it's a mutant that's kind of crawling out of your urethra.
I'm not having any stroke, folks, or anything. Again, I'm fine. I'm perfect. Fine.
Then he'll puke up like a mud baby and it morphs into a smaller version of himself.
Oh,
Here's
that's all
the
we
funny
need is more
thing.
Jim
Back-
Francis.
Yeah.
Back after 9/11, there was a chemical test attack to prevent. It was the first one done. It was done over in Indiana, and it was involving how the military would react and the government would react to a chemical attack. Well, have you ever seen the scene in Reno 911 where the woman goes, she got murdered?
Uh-huh.
I think they got the idea from me because I finally saw that episode. I was like, wait a minute, I did that back way before that.
Probably. I mean, at the end of the day, we probably did a lot of weird shit back.
But here was the funny thing.
Holy shit, there's another person.
No, I did a.
You got Maddie.
Him. I did the trans thing before it was cool. Are you a woman? I don't know. That's literally what I said. I did like the shirt tie and a headdress type deal thing with a shirt, and just looked scrappy as shit. I mean, and they're just like, I must have prepared them for some shit coming down the road, and I didn't even fucking know it back in '94.
Well, there you go. You've done something wrong.
Oh, I
How
bet
dare you,
Anyway,
sir?
very
How
long.
dare you?
Anyways, welcome, Maddie. What is up?
Welcome.
Hey, I'm still not glowing in the dark. Very, very, very disappointed in that. I mean,
How,
figure after being irradiated, I should have some sort of superpower, but nope.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You know, at least you weren't exposed to chlorine gas. I guess.
True.
True.
True. Oh, I am adding to my repertoire for those who don't check Twitter all that often. So starting this coming Sunday, the old time radio show stuff is coming back to heckle old time radio shows and TV shows that have fallen into the public domain.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
I've kind of cornered that little.
Oh,
area
so
of
you're
TV
gonna
shows,
do the worlds?
Yeah.
Usually, well, I used to do it way back when I used to do the news. Halloween would come around, and I did the War of the Worlds original radio cast. But before that,
Yeah.
I did the old time radio show where I invite friends on, and we love the shows, but that wouldn't stop us from making fun of them while we were watching.
No, that's the whole idea. It is needs to be done.
Yeah.
Just to be done.
Well, you were
Yeah,
just doing
I
a
found
mystery
out-
300 or 3000 then.
Yeah, that's
pretty much.
kind of what we did for our movie watch alongs
Yeah.
for a bit. Was just
Yeah.
borrowed heavily from a Canadian show.
But,
And then I found out that a whole bunch of television shows that I remember from my childhood are now like public domain.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
Hill Street Blues, Heart to
Mhm.
Heart. I think Alf is.
Questionable. There's certain
I
areas
said
of
think.
Alpha that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I said think. So, I haven't put that on the programming schedule yet until I know for sure
Mhm.
because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah. Mainly it's going to be old time radio shows. And I think the third episode is going to air the pilot to Hill Street Blues.
Yeah. Because I know the first 2 seasons of Beverly Hillbillies is still available for us. Andy Griffin's only season 3. The movie Flash Gordon or the sci-fi TV series that they had from 54, that's in public. The Johnny Carson, all of Johnny Carson's show from 55 is now in public.
Yeah, from what I understand, the actual cutoff for anything that's under the public domain without any gray area is anything done before January 1st, 1976.
Correct.
Everything else after that has a gray area.
Yeah, and I dabble within the gray area. So
is that in Canada or is that in the US as well?
Everywhere.
Okay,
It's
good.
everywhere.
It's
Except for
everywhere.
I did try to give, because they were requesting it when I was still doing it way back when. I tried to actually air the radio show of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and
No,
BBC didn't like that shit.
No,
yeah.
no.
The BBC
If it's a program from the BBC, walk away from it.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
what was it? Actually, here, Doctor Who was brought into free. Some of the Doctor.
Yes and no. The BBC has been adamantly killing these things.
Oh no! A man sued the BBC for this, and they let it go.
No, they really didn't.
Because the reason
I know they tried. I know he sued them, and realistically, they didn't give it up
because they didn't want to pay him because they would have had to pay him a lot.
A lot of what?
Yeah. The first
euros. I don't know.
The first 2 episodes to test the waters of the more recent public domain stuff is going to be the first couple of episodes of Captain N, the Game Master.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
I have that already up and running. So you do it.
Yeah. So that's going to be done. That's going to be going through YouTube on Sunday.
Well, yeah, Mega Man in stocks like this.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I will send you my my YouTube page so you can see what's actually passable at the moment for public domain.
Okay, because I know all the radio shows that I love to air are public domain. That's The Shadow, Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, Suspense, The Black Museum, all that stuff is public domain. one of the episodes is gonna have Fibber McGee and Molly.
Cool.
So yeah. So anybody, I've got 1 slot filled. I am entertaining up to 3 more slots because I think any more than 5 people total is going to be too chaotic for heckling
Oh yeah,
a
no,
show.
definitely.
So
3 to 4
We're-
people is usually the sweet spot that I use.
It's the
Mhm.
best way of hurling.
Yeah. Oh no, it's exactly
Cats.
that. Hurting or huddling, whichever one.
So yeah, no. So yeah, I just DM'd you there, Maddie, the my retro show that I do. So everything has its own playlist. So and I'm still just adding to the catalog. So right now it seems like everybody within my area likes animation. So I've been
Yeah.
putting up a lot more animation. But I have found a few classic shows that will be able to go in there. But I also tried to make sure that they were not only within the public domain space or would be considered copyright free. So there wouldn't be any chances of getting somebody trying to get you for the music. Because that's the other problem with those shows is there's another sub copyright that goes with it for music and that.
yeah. Yep.
So it's like, come on,
And then-
it's available, but you're saying I can't use it because of this particular artist says it's mine.
I got to set up. I'm gonna be setting up an Excel notebook,
Yeah.
spreadsheet thing, so I can actually write down which ones I've aired, so I don't have any runs.
No, that's the best thing to do because it's
There's a lot
easy.
out there.
There is, and I keep going through it and kind of going, when is all the
Maybe-
good stuff going to be hitting?
Maybe one of
Yeah.
these days I get you and Lindeb to talk about politics. Jesus Christ, that'd be a
Me?
nightmare. Yeah, you and Lindeb.
What politics? The Mad
I
Woman and Lynn? I don't know. That'd be a good idea, Sparky.
Look, I had already told Ronan that if I was going to step my toe back into the news arena again, I was going to avoid politics as much as possible and focus on like crime blotter stuff like that, because I think it was the politics aspect of the news that I was following that burnt me the fuck out because it was just too much drama all the damn time.
Mhm.
Mm.
It
And that's like
is.
And
It
it's
is-
not getting any better.
Yeah,
No. One is very time consuming. 2 becomes very repetitive because you're saying the same thing over and over and over again.
And 3, they're all
Yep.
stupid.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, it's like you had
Yeah, but what you need to do is instead of
Okay.
What
That, you just cut the fuck out.
no, we were talking and Discord's about 2 seconds late, and it's like, well, shut up, she's talking.
No, go ahead.
So,
We were
but
listening.
what I was saying is when your news gets repetitive, that maybe you dive deeper and start connecting the dots of like on your newscasters. If you look at CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, whatever ones, connect how many of those anchors are married to somebody in Biden's White House cabinet.
I mean, it wasn't
Connect
that
them.
per se, because
I know
I
it, but
was doing when I was doing the news, it was during our shitlord in chief in his administration, and my deep dive would be
Shitlord
I would look
chief.
for
Yes.
that's what I call Trump, the shitlord in chief, because he was a
Well, he
total
is
jackass, and I hated him, but he did some good things when he was in office. I digress.
I just call him an asshole, but an honest asshole.
Let me
Well-
put it to you this way: he kept the
God.
promises that he told you he was going to keep.
He
Well,
did.
again, he did, but not all of them were kept. Some were able to go through, others not so much. But again, not try and take
Yeah,
away from
I would-
his skill set.
Yeah, whenever
But I'm just
Yeah, well,
saying, life was a
no,
little
we-
bit easier under him.
True,
Yeah.
but continue.
My 401k grew 18%. Now it's minus.
yeah, so's mom's.
So
She's got 2 different types of like money planning that she's got to make the money stretch she got from dad's passing. And
Yeah.
yeah, when she started losing money, she goes, "Fucking Biden, what a fucking idiot." So yeah, when I used to do the news, I would use, let's say, one story. My deep dive was up to about 8 different sources for the same story, And what I would do is I would weed out all their opinions and just write my own article of nothing but like objective facts and let everybody else draw their conclusions. I walked down the middle when everybody else was everywhere else because I actually did something rare for being a quote unquote journalist. I let the people that were reading my blog and watching my news streams draw their own conclusions.
That's the only way. But the problem, but the deal is just like everybody made fun of Trump. He said he was wiretapped in Trump Towers there in New York, and everybody laughed at him, called him a fool. Then later on, what did we do? We found out, yeah, he fucking was.
Not
you know,
surprised. I'm not surprised that he was.
But you know, if he hadn't come out and been so bold and so blatant and so loudmouth, would you guys have realized that the FBI was such a nasty place? Would you guys have realized that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I already
but
knew that.
you may. Okay, you're one of what 322 million.
Pretty much.
The FBI historically was an organization that was put together by Lyndon B. Johnson to spy on the United States citizens.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily the altruistic thing everybody makes it out to be today.
It is that it never was and wasn't designed to be. So it actually is doing the job that it was created.
Yeah, but a lot of people are
continuously.
still got their heads in the sand and the
Oh no, again, that's because
great. You can't prove to them until you show them actually what the fuck's going on.
No, even if you prove it, they still are going to deny it because they were sold with the idea that these people are there to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
FBI is just the United States version of the KGB. They just don't have the reach as the KGB did yet.
It's the Federal Bureau of the Federal Bureau of Interrogation.
Yeah. No. I mean, realistically, at the end of the day, it's because of the different operations that came into place, whether it be Paperclip, Mockingbird, or whatever, that has pretty much created this new version that everybody's digest and believes. That your government isn't trying to kill you.
Yep.
They are the true peacekeepers of the world, that the United States is the best place on the global planet, and everybody's trying to be like you.
Let me tell you, I'm about to say something that would probably make a lot of lefties sit there and cringe. But if Goebbels was alive today, he'd be smiling, leaning back in his chair, and be completely proud of what we're doing to our own people in the United States.
Fuck, I mean,
even Hitler would have said, "Look at there, they're taking a chapter out of my book."
I mean, realistically, bad enough that Canadians are finally seeing the true face of Justin Trudeau. And it's only taken.
But what did it take? It took that U.S. trucker strike and him doing shit against that.
No, it was a Canadian trucker strike that became part of a.
Didn't I say that? The Canadian trucker
said
strike.
U.S. No, you said.
I'm sorry, but I meant
It's okay. No.
We had
two
event. Going on at the same
time. I know. It was a joint event because of our event that happened. It inspired you guys to do it, which was awesome. But it took that strike to open up the reality that is. People are slowly waking up.
I was supporting your team 100%. It's
go.
like,
No, I know. I agreed with them, but I also kind of went with the whole aspect going, well, if they were doing things within the justified, ways that we have organized, then yes, continue with it. But if they're not, then I can see being a major problem. They didn't cause anybody else griefs around the Toronto area. Or was it the Ottawa area? It was just mostly within the actual capital. I'm like, fine, you're good. If you just happen to live near the capital,
it's
all on you.
It's remarkable. It took a trucking strike for people to see the true face of Justin Trudeau, not him playing blackface.
I'll be damned. Guess where Elon Musk is?
The problem is people still aren't seeing it here in the United States, which is scary as fuck because a lot of them are still chanting blue no matter who. And we saw that my mom and I and my dad saw it coming since Obama because my parents, because Lynn doesn't know this, my parents came from Cuba.
Yeah.
They literally fled Cuba. So they knew what to look for. When it started happening with Obama, she's like, you better start paying the fuck attention. I said, I never stopped. So, the problem is a lot of people that come from countries like Venezuela or Cuba,
They can see
or,
it faster than the United States. Yeah.
they
Yeah,
can, and when they
because
start trying to tell everybody what's coming because they've seen it before, they're told, well, you live here now, or you've never stepped foot there, or you don't know what you're talking about, or you're just lying because you're from the other team. No, no, no. It doesn't matter what team you're in. If you see the bullshit coming, the bullshit is coming.
Hit,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
forget
Well,
I
you
got
know
the-
what? Okay, this is you guys.
Go
I
ahead.
think
was it
I
double
think
tap?
Sparky can tell you this. I have never liked Trump in my life. I've never liked him when he was a younger man because I am
no.
older than you guys. I
Mhm.
knew him before you guys were ever shitting yellow in a 3-corner diaper.
It is quite possible, but yeah, no.
And I never liked him. I never
Oh, no,
liked.
no.
I never watched one episode of his Apprentice show.
Mhm.
When he showed up in Home Alone, I was like, "Why the fuck are you there?"
Oh,
And when
it
he
wasn't
showed up in
Bella.
Bel Air Prince with
Yeah, the
Will
Fresh Prince
Smith,
of
I was
Bel-Air
like,
with Will
"What the
Smith, yeah.
fuck are you doing there?"
He was a mogul sensation. He was an entertainment icon.
I know it, but I never liked him.
No. I understand. Most didn't like him. Hell, I'm not a
But-
huge fan of him, but at the end of the day, he did do good.
Yeah.
But
He's-
if you really wanted to see the true heart of the man, you go back and find out when he testified in front of Congress back in what was it, the 70s and 80s,
80s, yes.
in the housing crisis. Sit there and
Mhm.
listen to the full video transcript of him telling the senators how to fix the housing crisis. He said, "You can stop this by doing 3 steps: this step, this step, this step, and nobody has to get hurt. You don't trash the bankers. You don't kill the homeowners. And you can come out of this lesser unscathed than the way you guys are going." Do you know they poo-pooed him off? The market crashed and everybody almost got the worst end of the stick.
I mean,
But
is that-
anyways, back to my story. The man, I watched that, and he's very
can tell that
intelligent.
they're
I said,
related.
okay, there you go. But when he was telling me on TV the same thing that I have thought for 50 fucking years in my life, why are we buying this shit from this country when they don't like us anyways, when we could make it in our own country and do it better?
Mhm.
Why are we depending on other countries from oil and gas and stuff when we have our own?
Mhm.
You don't
I mean-
depend on countries who don't fucking like you for anything.
True.
Why are we not defending our borders? We are a sovereign nation with borders. If we do not protect our borders, we're not a sovereign nation anymore.
Because
why not-
Biden is a dementia-ridden puppet that only says and does what people tell him to do because he is not.
Oh, I'm not
mentally
talking about
deficient
him. I was talking
whatsoever.
about Trump.
No,
Trump
but again,
Trump tried to close the border. Everything Trump tried to make a positive change in this country, everybody fought against. The man
Right.
could have come up with a cure for cancer, and because he was Trump, nobody
Yep.
would have taken it.
well,
They
again,
vilified him
hang
and
on.
demonized him to the point where it was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Now, did
And
I
now
like
all the demonizing and the villa whatever you
Yeah.
want to call that they were
Vilifizing.
using against them, the Democrats, is now being twisted around and using it against the Democrats, and you're going to see some high-profile people go down here pretty shortly.
Well, again, I always find it kind of funny that if it wasn't for the whole what was the COVID thing that he did?
The bleach
Warp
Fast
incident.
track. No. He fast tracked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warp speed.
Operation
overdrive
Warp
thing?
Speed. Thank you, Operation Warp Speed.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, because again, the Democrats for the longest time during that whole campaign, they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to take it. It's been rushed too quickly." And then after the fact that their man got into office, now everybody has to take this thing.
Well,
Mm.
I think that was one of them catch-22s. And I think the reason why Trump pushed his thing is so that the pharmaceutical companies couldn't come up with adding anything else into it to put into us.
Probably
Because they're not here to cure us.
no,
They're
they're
here
not.
just
But
to doctor the symptoms and make you well,
Yeah,
make
but
you
he-
feel better until you die. Because according to Bill
Yeah.
Gates, all of us need to go except 500 million of us.
yeah, no shit. But no, the formula that has been used for this whole COVID thing doesn't do shit.
I know it. I tried to tell
So-
everybody that when they started coming out with it.
And it's
And
still
I'm not a fucking doctor. Just
No,
common
no,
sense.
of course, and it still really doesn't do much outside of maybe reduce some of the actual overall effects. But yeah, blood clotting is a huge thing for some patients, and it affects only certain patients when it comes down to blood clotting, based off of their blood type.
But
And
you will see that.
also, the heart attacks. Beautiful,
Yeah, no,
healthy young women
it's
and
yeah,
men are
no, but
dropping dead in the
yeah, but
field.
they did find a correlation for those people who've had the symptoms of death based off of their blood type.
Right. So now
So
they got it where they can just single out a blood type and just eliminate your ass. Woo, that's
no,
good.
they've been trying to work on that for a while. Yeah.
I can show you all what's the state of the union it is in within 15 seconds. You
Oh
get into video
God,
chat.
you're gonna showcase your thing again?
Yep.
Okay, do it.
Because the soul of this nation is
Let's see
strong.
his thing.
Because the backbone
I
Stand
don't
up
need
there.
to see his thing. His thing
Yeah.
may
The
be
people of this
one of
nation
the
are
delicate
strong.
subjects that
The
should be
state
left
of the
to
union is
dark
strong.
side.
It is kind of a little dark side-ish.
Yes.
Everybody's
Actually, you know what? I watched that thing live. That's good enough.
Oh no, everything's burning in the background. So,
Everything's fine. Everything's fine here.
fine.
Nothing to see here.
But what I
good.
loved about it is if you was paying attention to politics underneath Trump and read his EO orders and read the laws and the bills they got passed, Biden took credit for 6 of Trump's accomplishments
Duh.
under his last State of Union. It's like, you motherfucker, you didn't do that. Trump did that.
Yeah, but that's the whole idea. I mean, when was the last time that Obama actually took credit for his double drone strikes that he allowed to happen?
That's
The double tap? I mean, that was the biggest thing, you know. That's
Yeah.
what they did
Well,
for
that
every Taliban out there.
Yeah.
Whether they were innocent or guilty, double tap. Which is against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah,
and, well,
but that's
well
another
done.
thing we need to get rid of. The Geneva Convention, the United Nations, the EU,
Well, the United Nations
the
needs to
NATO,
be go. Yeah, NATO
the
needs to
Paris
be
climate, they need to be
Accord?
just
Yeah,
took
that should be
down
dead.
to the
NATO's
dirt.
already gone. They just don't realize it yet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
NATO's
They
already
need to
gone.
take them all the way
yeah.
down.
No, they're already pretty much done. But unfortunately, your CIA still resumes the double tap drone strikes.
Yeah, because they want the money in the pocket that they're getting paid for
Mhm.
each time.
Well, fuck yeah. So that's the major reason of why you guys have a lot of the hatred from the Middle East. It's because of these ongoing strikes that
Oh yeah.
hasn't stopped since Obama.
Well, see, it's just like I say, fuck them. You just tell them, okay, we're going to back out of your country. You come over here. The next visit from us is going to be great big giant bombs in the sky, and we're going to make your sand glass. Fuck you.
That's basically what you're doing right now, even if they're not even going against you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the
To other
problem.
people right now.
Well, Trump was trying to get us out of all them places.
Yeah, and that's what your military complex didn't like for the most part. They wanted the
yeah.
continuous war. You make money off of war.
No, certain people make money off of war.
Generals get medals out of war that they
Yeah.
earned.
It's
No,
money.
they get more than medals. I look at what was his name? Jim Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis.
Mad Dog Madison, yeah.
Yeah, he was a general, but you go look at his assets and his bank account. The man
Mhm.
had $125 million in there. You don't make that just being a general.
Nope.
No, you don't. Those were his wife's investments. What are you talking about?
Mad Dog has never been married. They called him the monk for a reason.
Those were his lawyer's investments for him.
Mhm. Now you sound like a snowflake coming up with implausible causes.
Yeah, but no, that is the gimmick right there.
is
It's
what
a
I'm trying to
joke.
say.
That's where the joke
It's-
is.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
So they
They make
and they
up
tried
the
to get rid of that.
impossible.
Oh god damn it! They were talking about passing that bill. The generals had threw the biggest fucking fit about it.
I know. That's like term limits on our representatives and senators. How are you going to
they
get
don't
them to
want that.
pass a rule on themselves? You're not. Make it a vote across the country.
Mhm.
No, you have. Yeah, that's the only way you're going to get it.
You'll be lucky if you get it that way. You'll be lucky if you get it that way because you already have it where your own election is being rigged from the inside. You could say it's from Russia, collusion,
No, it's not.
or from the Chinese, but
they may monitor the internet on it, but no. It's those goddamn Canadian Dominion voting machines.
Yeah.
That the Canadians don't even use.
We don't use them. We just make them and give it to you guys.
I know.
That's hilarious.
I know it.
You guys still use punch cards, right?
No, we don't even use punch.
No.
We use paper and pencil. That's it.
Yeah, that's what we use
that's
here.
What I meant. Yeah. So. Yeah.
See, that's what
we don't do any punch
where
cards
I live right now.
That's
what we use is a paper. It has circles and a pencil. It's just like your ACT test you used to take in school. If you color outside of the line, we're not going to count it.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
and if it's not colored totally inside the line, we're not going to count it.
For us,
Minnesota's the same thing. That was very refreshing to move to a damn state that had paper ballots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've heard the it takes so long to actually get the paper ballot counted. No,
it doesn't.
What?
We know who our fucking leaders are within a day.
Yeah, I'd rather know it. It's not like that was the point of the cool off period. One, so they could transition, and two, so you would have the vote counted by that point.
Well,
we don't need to know within a day. We can take 2 days for all I care.
No, but again, it's funny up here in Canada, and we have a smaller population in size, yes, but we're able to figure it out without any problem. We haven't changed the system for quite some time. It's the same tried and true. Show up, line up, show your ID, walk in, get your fucking piece of paper, stand behind a wooden cardboard blockade, unfold your piece of paper, take your number 2 pencil without a fucking eraser that's been pre-sharpened for you, look at who you want to vote for, mark it with an X, roll that motherfucker back up, and then put it into a ballot box.
Well, it's just like this.
Cardboard.
Florida has a large number of population. They have more in Arizona. They have probably close to what California has, maybe. They get theirs done that night. It may be closer to 12 or 1 o'clock. But they get it.
Yeah.
But Arizona took 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and in California, hell, they were still counting a month later.
They want
and Alaska, God, don't get me talking about Alaska. They're coming.
They want to make sure that the votes that they wanted to count counted.
But all I'm saying is there's a way to do it, and you get rid of the people who want to fudge. You get them. If you've been in an election board for more than, I'd say, 7 years, it's time for you to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, with a population of about 40 million, give or take, in Canada, and we can actually figure this shit out, which is basically the same amount of population in some of your states. It not rocket fucking science. So,
but your territories too, and each territory is responsible.
No,
that
is the entire thing. That is.
I know it, but your territories are counting their individual territories.
Oh yeah. Everybody's doing their own fucking thing. So. But
I think one time you guys had one that was slow getting in.
Yeah, but that's usually near the back ends. The territories are usually the last ones because, again, for their population, they're very small because you're looking at hundreds of thousands of people there. You also have a large distance, so everything's sparse. So it takes a while for everybody to get together. So I get that. So we kind of expect that the territories are going to be taking a while. Ergo, that's what we have an entire day of voting, and then and that's it. We know by the time we wake up tomorrow that we know who our fucking leaders are for sure. No questions asked.
When you sit there and you watch an election and you see the numbers on the screen and they're reporting them and it says one number. And then 15 minutes later, you look again, and they subtracted from one side and put it on the other side.
The other side,
what are you doing?
No, I've watched that.
Or you have newscasters that come in and newspapers that come in, and they report who was won by how much already before it's ever stopped. It's like, what?
Yeah. Well, it's happened up here in parts of
You don't know who won until the last votes count, but these boys, and they get it right. I mean, they get the numbers right. They won by this much, and it's like they're still counting, and then 12 hours later, they won by that much. It's like either they got a crystal ball or somebody's pulling the levers.
There's usually somebody pulling levers. That's what we thought with the whole Ontario area for our lovely province and country. It's
Well,
controlled by
have,
our
yeah,
little.
you may have the paper balance and the pencils and shit, but you guys still can't get rid of Trudeau.
Oh, well, I'm going to say we're working on that. I'm just going to say
I know
that
people have been
again,
working on it since he's
a
been in
while
office.
since he did. But I'm finally happy to see that people are now waking up to what Trudeau is.
Did you
Will they
ever find
vote-
it funny that Trudeau pulled that bank thing out and used it on the truck drivers, and then what was it? 2 weeks later, the world turned around and used it on Russia.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a thing.
Yeah,
I think he already knew they were going to do it on Russia, and he thought, "Well, fuck, I'm going to use it right here."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem with them doing it on Russia is I actually had a client who had moved countries at the time, and when they cut off everything from Russia, because that's where he moved from, he had to straighten everything back out again. Because he explained, he goes, I may not be able to give you a job for a while, and he explained what was going on. And I responded to him by saying, that sucks. I mean, they're blaming an entire country for what one jackass is doing, and I know not all of you agree with what Putin is doing. And he responded with, I most certainly don't, and I thank you for understanding.
Yeah, but the problem
I mean-
is even us in this room don't understand totally what's happening, because
Why,
when this
hell,
first started,
look.
wait, when this first started, and I'm not a Putin lover, but when this first started, he did a great big giant long ass. It was a press conference. It was a speech.
Yeah.
And he said 3 things in there that caught my attention immediately. One, because I'm a Native American, I'm a Cherokee. And he said, I am in possession and have 12 treaties. Not to all one country. He said, if Ukraine wanted to be a sovereign nation, then why haven't they in the last 30 years registered their borders?
They won't, because they never truly wanted to be a sovereign nation.
There you go. Because if you're a sovereign nation, you have a set of rules you have to abide by.
Yeah, but you do realize that you guys are in a proxy war.
Excuse me.
I don't care what you call it. What I'm saying is that Putin may have the legitimate right to stand up and say, whoa, and do something about it.
Yeah,
he has been bitching to NATO for many years about the corruption coming out of Ukraine. Ukraine. And they're not doing nothing about it.
They won't.
Because it's the pot calling the kettle black. Both countries have a corrupt leadership. So
does the United States.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say we didn't.
I'm just saying.
We're more crooked than a fucking $3 bill at this fucking point. Right. But you can't sit there and point your finger at Zelensky at being Putin and say, well, he's corrupt, when Putin literally said at one point he wasn't going to stop until he unified Russia again under the old USSR. That's what his plans are.
That's he is classic KGB. That he wants old school Russia back. He wants USSR.
But then again, I'm saying that we need to go back even further in history and see how and why and the circumstances and the individual things of each one of them countries that separated from Russia, how they did it, what treaty did they have, because most of these countries that's out of Russia, except for 1 or 2 of them, are not in the United Nations or NATO.
Correct. They never will be.
Right. There's a reason.
No, it's a very understandable reason. They are part of the current Russia alliance. And anybody who wants to have it, such as NATO, has to go through a lot of hoops. So what they do in order to acquire these nations is to go to war.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is Putin probably has the right to go through and do all this stuff. I'm not saying he does or doesn't, but I'm saying he probably does have the right because, what Linda said is kind of legit and true. It's like they haven't established borders, anything like that. So he's probably fully within his right to do so. Now, that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that, he needs to do this and then everything be hunky-dory. No, that's something that probably doesn't need to happen, but...
we don't know all the facts. We're only getting spoon-fed bullshit.
We don't
we don't know what's true. I mean, they showed that apartment building. They showed that apartment building that had supposedly Putin blowed up. But you take that picture and you put it in your tin foil, whatever, to look up old pictures. That was a hotel or a apartment building from the Syria fucking war.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot that's happening when it comes down to this.
Well, hang on. Let me finish. It's like, yes, the United States probably doesn't want this to happen. There's probably a lot of other countries that don't want this to happen. Here's the problem. The only way to prevent this from happening is to declare war. And nobody wants to do it. Everyone wants to pussyfoot around this whole deal. So
there really hasn't been a war. It's been a police action where people get hurt.
Time out.
Nobody wins. Nobody loses.
It's always been a proxy war.
That's what has to happen.
Yeah.
I know it, but...
I totally agree. Unfortunately, a World War III needs to happen, but we're always going to be facing a proxy war with the most larger armies available: United States, China, Russia, and whoever else fits.
Now, end of the day, here's the problem: is like if Russia wants to attack Ukraine to take them back into the borders, and Ukraine either can't join the United Nations because it will start a war or for whatever reason.
They haven't met the criteria. They can't meet the criteria.
They are on their own. We don't need to be giving them any financial support, any support at all. That's their own battle.
Yeah. But what we do, we gave them, $41 billion? And they're not accountable to have to tell us where they sent it to, what they bought with it?
Correct. Because you do realize that would have went to their allies, which happens to be mostly Russian.
Oh, not only that, it happens to be politicians.
I've seen something about the Nord Pipeline, on how there's been intel slowly being leaked out that it was an actual...
The United States took it out.
Yeah,
with
it was there's no concrete evidence, but there's intel leaking out that there was a plan for that.
Yeah, Biden kind of gave that during his interview.
Yeah, he said it himself. It's just like he told on himself when he said, "You're not going to get this billion until you fire that prosecutor who's investigating the company that my son works at." He didn't say it, quote, that much, but that's what was happening at the time. And if you don't fire him, I'm taking this billion back to the United States with me.
Which should happen anyways.
That is collusion. That is extortion. Yes. That is blackmail.
Which has been happening.
Quid pro quo, the exact shit that they were accusing Trump of doing.
Well, that's something that he's been doing since he was vice president.
That's something he's been doing since he was a senator.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the man had classified documents from when he was a senator, which he should never have been able to take out of the skiff in the House of Congress or the Congress. He should never have been allowed. Everybody should have been searched coming out of the skiff. He wasn't. He had them stuck in his pocket and walked out with them. My deal is what papers did he walk out of? And can it be tied to Ukraine? Can it be tied to China? Can it be tied to other countries that he's got money from?
Yes.
Officially,
I don't know if it can or not.
Classified.
Yeah. Yes, they classified them always, but yes, in order they classified these because yes, it can lead to the other nations that are involved. Yeah, if it couldn't, they would have just left it alone and never classified these things. But since it can,
but what I think is that Trump. There was a lot of fake bullshit going on, and Trump took the blame for it. Trump went through all the bullshit for it, so it opened the door that they could go after these other people legitimately.
Mhm.
because everything that he's been, I mean, his first president's ever been impeached when he wasn't even in fucking office. Come on, man. That's unheard of. That is unconstitutional.
And
It
he's
can't
actually
fucking happen.
and he's actually the first president to be impeached out of office.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in
This-
office.
He's the first president to be impeached twice. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
And
They
still
couldn't
made
catch
it
him on
through.
anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
they catch him on anything.
Do you
Mhm.
know that in the 70s and 80s that Trump worked for the FBI?
Yeah.
Gee,
For
It-
with.
he took the
it's,
fucking mob down for him.
I was gonna say, was
Yeah.
it for or with?
He was an asset to him.
So he
Yeah.
worked
He
with
was a money mogul, whatever you want to call him.
Mongoloid.
Mogul.
They
Mogul.
set him up in, if you read the documents, and you can find them at FBIvault.gov. So I know they're legitimate papers that I'm reading, supposedly. And it shows how he worked through all this shit. And his casinos that he went bankrupt on, it was all part of the deal.
Yes.
But he took down a huge part of New York's
Ooh.
mobs.
We got a Divinity Says again. Again, like I said, more than welcome to join on if you want.
If you're a
Yeah,
snowflake, I got my
Well,
blowtorch.
but you're watching the stream.
Yes. That'd be good too. I mean, realistically.
Oh,
But,
no.
you know,
All in the-
what I'm saying is probably everybody in this room is right to a certain extent, but until we're allowed to see the original, official, undoctored, unredacted part, we're speculating and just connecting dots. It seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a good amount of money spent on China in gifts either given or taken. Same thing with contracts between other nations that are questionable, including Russia, Ukraine,
Right.
and a few others, Afghanistan.
Do you really want to know when I knew that COVID-19 was a bullshit story?
I already knew that COVID was a questionable when it showed up in China.
I
You know why I
said it was a bullshit story for the simple fact is they said the virus had passed from a snake first.
Yeah, that was speculative.
Yeah. Then they said,
I-
well, that don't happen because that's a cold natured. I mean, they're. You know.
Yeah, it could, but it's very rare. You'd have to do some very unique tampering with it. Do you realize that the strain of COVID that had been unleashed upon the global world originated from Canada?
Oh, so we got to blame you guys.
Sorry.
Basically, hold up. Yeah,
Gain of
so yeah, gain of function was a thing, but we sent materials to China in order for you guys to get gain of function of this virus.
That's the reason why they want Ukraine, because they have all them biolabs over there, and they're under no rules or regulations.
Yes, it's questionable whether they still have those biolabs because all those belong to Russia.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they did.
No, you better go back and look who built those buildings.
Doesn't matter who built it. It became part of Russia.
United
It
States
became
had their
part-
little fingers in it.
I know, but they lost control over it the moment Russia came in and said, it's mine now.
Yeah, but they didn't do that till they went in there. They were already there.
That's the reason why you guys are going to war for this shit. You've lost control of the natural oil that's there.
I
All the
didn't lose
natural
control
gas.
over nothing.
No,
I
again, the United States has lost control over the natural gas. They lost control over the biolabs that exist. It all went over to Russia.
Well, excuse me. I guess I'm being very discriminative. I'm really not going to pay attention to a president that was caught. He's a comedian, right? And him and another guy was caught playing the piano with their dicks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm not
I know, and he is a puppet president.
Yeah.
So, like it or not, so at the end of the day, I mean, technically, Russia helped him get presidency, as well as you guys, as in the United States. So it was a coalition to have that done. But after that became a thing, there's been a swan song between the two of them. You've been dating Ukraine from both ends, so there's been a lot of double dating, and Ukraine is now in this vicious war that they don't even need to be in.
And on that
Like-
note, it is time for me to bow out and say good
Yes,
evening.
yes.
So
But
I will take
yeah,
my
no, like I
next
said
time
before,
around.
I will
Thank
send you
you.
more of the public domain stuff behind
Okay,
the
okay.
scenes.
Yeah.
I
Alrighty?
thank you.
Alright. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you for
Bye, everybody.
jumping on.
Bye.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye now. Yes.
Now let's get another person in here.
Well, I mean, it's only if they wish to come in. I mean,
I'm
it's a weird talking point. It's a weird
Oh
subject.
yeah,
And,
I mean, we're all speculating because nobody's
yeah.
read the
Oh, yeah.
classifieds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no, and that's the problem. There's just a long portion of history that has always been classified, and realistically, we don't know what's actually
It
true.
still
or
is
actually
classified. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
how long has Abraham Lincoln been dead?
That's been classified for a very long time.
He has 1,050 or 1,070 pieces of presidential papers that's never been unclassified to United States people.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for it, unless there was
No,
some dirty
but-
deeds going on.
Yeah, but then that just would bring a probably a sore spot to your American history. So I could see
I really don't give a shit. At this time, the
No,
only
I
way you're
underst-
going to get rid of the corruption is put some daylight on it.
Yeah, and that's
So what? It
basically
was
you wanna do.
embarrassing. So what? You sold us back to UK because
Yeah.
you had no way of financing your Civil War, which wasn't technically over slavery. It was over
Mm.
everything else. And slavery was the only way you could sell it to your people.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody knows Union people had just as many slaves as the Southern people did.
Oh fuck yeah! That's kind of baked in the cake. So I mean, Well, once those areas of history gets unleashed, we'll be able to see more. But until then, it's just a matter of just playing the waiting fucking game.
I got the Vin. I turned the VTube avatar off. She's like, "Wait a minute, that's Sparky. Hi, first time I saw you on cam." I started using the VTube avatar at the beginning of this year. Go back to other shows. Way back when, I've always been on cam. I'll switch between camera and the VTube avatar. So
No. I wish you would actually say it the right way. The avatar.
avatar.
Because sometimes.
But you know, it's politics is everybody's sticky point. It's kind of like religion.
It is, and unfortunately, it's the same thing. If you're gonna haggle with a few people with a drink in front of you, try not to talk about politics or religion.
Always do, because it's just like this. If they don't like it, they can get up and leave.
Yeah.
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 Actually, there is a cool little talking point we can switch over to if we wanted to, because I know Divinity has been dealing with. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been dealing with a copyright DMCA issue from who was her name? What was her name?
My
Fran?
question is, if we're gonna have to correct you, what kind of tape are we gonna be using?
But Fair and Balance, I think is the name.
Oh Lord, yeah, she stuck me again this morning. Well, congratulations.
Free
Congratulations.
videos. Oh shit.
All I can say is you have free rent in that person's head, so by all means continue. Let it go. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, it's like it'd be cool if you wanted to come on and talk to it and talk about it, because it reminds me of the bullshit I had to deal with about, what was it, 2 years ago with Camiso's GmbH. I
But
mean,
you still have to deal with bullshit. I mean, Jem's over there in the corner, pretending to give birth. You have me, who's a Canadian autistic.
you guys are easy to deal in the corner, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But
I do paint within the lines.
No,
sometimes.
that pisses me off when people abuse the DMCA system, especially when, 3 strikes, you're out. Trust me, I know. I lost this channel for about 2 months.
But you got it back.
Yeah, luckily. I mean, but it's like one of those Hail Mary throws. Like, the channel's gone. I had no way of contacting YouTube. I had a couple big creators kind of come out and help me. And the only communications I had with YouTube was me sending an email to them. I didn't have no contact with any of YouTube. And then
I always thought Omegon was a
Omegon
stature.
helped.
I always thought that Omegon was a thin-statured individual from the UK. Now you're telling me that he's really rotund, big, huge?
No. Susie Lou's boyfriend, Stejo, helped me out. He passed information along to his YouTube contact, and he gave me some instructions and some links to go to help get this through. And because of that and people helping me, I was able to get the channel back. But anyways, Divinity just joined into the Discord. If you scroll all the way down into video channels, you'll see us in Robot Masters. You should be able to jump in.
Well, Sparky, I'm going to get out of here and finish watching the game. There's 12 minutes left, and it is like 27-27. It's a pretty good game.
God. Oh, well, why not stay on? We want to hear
the right
you yell.
people win.
We want to hear you yell whenever your teammate wins or loses.
I have been. You just haven't heard me.
Yeah,
I do have a very nice, neatly placed mute button.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you suck.
And, you know, it's like if I disagree with you, I may mute it and tell you what I think of your ass. And then I get on and unmute it and say, oh, really?
So you gotta do it. Oh, hey, I see how you gotta play, Mom. I see how you gotta
Hey, Sparky, wouldn't it be easier just to give them the link to the Robot Master chat?
Probably.
Yeah, probably a lot easier. Just hey,
if your channel wasn't so junked up, everybody find it. Or if you put robot chat up there towards the top.
Yeah.
Shut up. All right, fine.
Put the robot chat up towards the top if you're gonna want people to come in.
You gotta make it easy for them to find. They're there in the DM. Here's the link. Click that, and I'll do the rest of the work for you.
Either that or if you see them, drag their ass down.
Well, I mean, the link usually is the easiest.
Hang on.
They may end up at 17 different channels before they get here.
There we go. There we go. I said it to him DM.
There you go. See, that's the easiest way of doing it. And I'm the autistic one in the room.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the Discord cleaned up.
I'm slow because I'm Canadian, eh?
I've been trying to get the Discord cleaned up. It's just I don't do Discord that well.
When are you going to start on your pickup bed?
Pretty soon.
He is kinda, but he's also working on the videos for it as well.
I'm trying to get set up with a camera so I can put in the shop to do it. I didn't want to start it this weekend. I've got everything unloaded, set up in the garage.
Here's my question. How long is it going to take you to swap beds? And is the gas tank connected to the bed?
Actually, it's got to be very simple. It's 3 electrical connections, undo the gas cap from the bed itself, and then 4 bolts holding the bed on. And the whole thing's fiberglass, and I can lift the thing by myself.
And then he might have a heart attack, then eventually have to, you know.
Right. Now, and here's another thing. Once you do that, can you put that bed cover on the new one?
Oh, yeah, no. It's the exact same bed style.
Okay.
You're talking about the hard-plated cover that's on it?
Right. Kind of like your shell,
Yeah, all the sport tracks come standard with that. So it's very simple and easy. That's the reason why it's
last time I heard you say simple and easy, you're still working on the project.
Yeah, it's simple and easy if I don't want to modify it. I'm not modifying it. I'm just raptor lining the bed, which is a simpler.
Did you ever sell everything else?
It's on the market. I've had people try to lowball me, and it's like, look, I'm selling it for this price and this price only. If you don't want to buy it for this price, I'll just keep a hold of it and fix it myself. It's one of those. It's one of those of that is my price to get rid of it, just to get rid of it. But I don't want to get rid of it. So, because I do want to prepare the Explorer, and I do want to build that engine, put in the Ranger, have that Ranger to drive. However, if I had to put a price tag on it to get rid of it, these are the price
You're just selling
tags.
the pickup, though, right?
No, I put a price on both the pickup and the White Explorer.
Oh, okay.
$2,200 for the Ford Ranger, and all the parts and everything with it, and $1,200 for the $2,200 for the Ranger and $1,200 for the Explorer.
Okay.
Because that Explorer sell blue books for $3,500, even with damage. That's a handy little side effect that's happened with the economy. And,
Okay, and what I said earlier, y'all realize where Elon Musk is, right? He's at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I know you don't care. But they panned the camera, and I just seen him. I thought, well, I know where he's at.
Well, don't put it on Twitter because you'll be accused of doxing.
Yeah.
What they did to his daughter was fucking uncalled for.
Well, that's fine.
His daughter is
That's
young.
fine. That I understand that. He also went.
I understand
overboard with it.
why he went berserk on him. If that had happened to you, I would have done the same fucking thing.
I understand that, but whenever you're trying to espouse to an idea and then you do that and you don't do it for anything else, it kind of makes you look like a hypocrite.
Yeah,
Yes.
but hey, guess what? Everybody has a degree of hypocritical moments.
Yeah. Even you do, Sparky.
No, I don't say I
So-
don't.
No, and again, all because the man made a rash decision based off of a family action. I don't see a problem. He's
And
a
especially when the family action was his 9-year-old daughter.
father, but again, he's a father dealing with the internet.
He's a
Have you-
father dealing with people who would like to hurt him. And if they
Well,
could
no-
hurt him by getting to his family, they would have no problem.
Correct. I mean, haven't we seen this on the giant event known as YouTube, having fathers and that raging out at YouTube, spurging to a point where they're going to reach out and try to kill somebody
Yeah.
because they
No,
dare to make
that's-
fun or light of their daughter or child situation. It happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it does, but a lot of times it's also due to their own actions too.
again, I get it, but internet is crazy. And it used to be we just used to laugh and point and laugh. Now we're going out of our way to ruin people's lives for shit on the internet.
Yeah, you want an example of that? Go back to the end of last year on this channel. Good example.
No, let's don't hash that shit up anymore.
I'm just saying that's a good example.
I know it, but
Mhm.
Jim Max, what's 42?
The answer to life, universe, and everything.
Yes.
I figured that's what you were going for. All right,
How did you not know that?
Oh, I kind of figured that. I just wanted to see what if it
You
was
could have
that.
started with, does this mean this? Jump back, and I just could have said yes.
Yeah, you just said what is 42, so it sounds like you don't know.
Whatever.
Oh, anyways, it's just
But you know what the question
anybody
is.
that says they know what life and all that shit is full of shit.
hmm
I know what life is.
Pecking order.
Well, anyways, you go ahead and go enjoy your game, Lindeb, and we'll continue on for probably we'll continue on with a little bit. If Divinity jumps in, we'll talk about her copyright stuff and all that good shit. And if not,
Yeah.
we'll probably end it out.
Copyright stuff is
More copyright stuff.
love
that there is in the eye of the beholder.
What's that?
And YouTube.
Copyright.
Well, all right, time out. DMCA is a thing, but there is such a thing as fair use. And I can tell you right now, if you're using clips of someone else's stream and you're doing it into a transformative manner, that is fair use.
Well, see, I was told you could use anything less than 20 seconds of anybody's video, and it couldn't be copyrighted.
No,
because
time
it
out. That's a
wasn't the
rule.
whole song.
That's not a law. That's a rule of thumb.
Oh, okay.
That's a
I-
rule of thumb. That's
Didn't
really
I say that's what I was told?
Well,
Mhm.
that's what it's
Okay.
told, but it's actually in legal precedent right now of as long it could be a portion or it could be all of it, as long as it's used to espouse an idea or a point that's different from the original.
So they could get you for playing any recognizable music by any band.
There we go.
Yeah, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. So say that's, what is this band you use? Underbeat?
Underwaterbeats. I haven't used them in a while.
Okay, say Underwaterbeat made Eye of the Tiger in their version. It'd still be a copyrighted version. It's off of another music.
Actually, no, because it's a different
There
interpretation.
is the 25% different rule.
You cannot. Alright, so if they change it up with
So how do these bands and these bars get away with it?
Is they're singing it, which makes it a different song, especially the tone.
Yeah,
The,
it falls back under that 25% different rule. I mean, it's the same thing like Universal. Yeah, it's not Universal. Fuck, the people that made Star Trek. Paramount and then there's Viacom. They own both the copyrights to Star Trek, but one can't do the other. But as long as 25% different, they can do it on either one of their contract rights that they have.
Okay.
Look at The Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy, and Rick and Morty.
They're all the
They're
same.
all the same goddamn show. They're just different.
Yeah.
Actually, Rick and Morty is actually pretty closer to Back to the Future. Yeah.
Back to the Future,
Which,
but
yeah.
still.
But
Okay,
again,
that's the
it's
reason why I
25% different.
said I don't know.
Yeah. No,
Anyways,
but again,
I'll talk to you guys later.
All
Alright,
yeah.
later, Linda.
Later.
And Divinity, I'm sorry it took so long for you to find your way around. It's
Yeah. Well, I clicked into it and I think it was just taking me to like this teleporter room. But then I was like, you know what? It says Robot Masterclass. Let me just click into that. And maybe because it's locked, I couldn't see you guys in here or anything.
It happens. Sparky makes things difficult. But hello.
Man, it's a very
I should have just. Well, I've had to kind of lock down who all can jump in because of issues that happened last year. So I try to make this an open show for anyone to jump in on, but I've also had to kind of restrain it a little bit.
Yeah, every once in a while we have somebody jump in we don't really want.
Hi, maggots.
yeah.
I'm training you. I'm terrifying and a potential rapist, but I'll never say it flat out.
Oh, God
I
damn,
will
Jim.
stop
Arrow gets-
doing this. Go over there in your corner and leave us the fuck alone.
Sorry.
Anyways, this is the chaos you run into when you watch my stuff. So if you haven't figured that out already,
Hi, I'm Rogue. I'm a shit disturber. Over there's Gemax. He's an old maggot of a mouse that also is a complete shit disturber.
I swear to God, I'm gonna mute you if you don't put the sound pad away.
nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
Kate,
meet you.
what you said, did you say you got copyright struck at the end of last year?
It wasn't last year. It was around October of 2001. 2021. 2021, excuse me.
Okay.
But
German Graveyard did it to him.
yeah, it was a German. So I have a show that I do on another channel. It's copyright strike made it onto another channel, but it was original on this one. Is a show called Anime Watch Club, and it's basically a reactionary commentary review of different anime shows, stuff like that. You know, reactionaries. They're a thing that's out all over YouTube. I know a lot of people have their own takes and tastes and feelings about it, but I try to do it in a way to where it's not just a reaction. It's we talk about the show, we talk about aspects of it, what we liked about it, differences in other shows, and likes and dislikes about it. But they ended up copyright DMCing a show, Violet Evergarden episode 3, and I filed a counterclaim because it was from a company called Camiso's GmbH. Well, they're a German company that claim that they fight copyrights and stuff like that. And it seemed right to me because it's a Japanese-based show. So,
Right, and how can a third party say that you violated their copyright if it's not actually theirs?
well, they claim that they represent these companies, but they don't.
Oh, I see.
So it's one of those. That's one of the big problems with DMCA and YouTube. They don't have a check and balance with them. You can just go, hey, I represent this company and these guys are breaking copyright, and but they're a little bit more stringent on it now, but back then it wasn't. So I filed a counterclaim. Counterclaim won because they didn't send anything back. I didn't get any emails, anything like that. And like the next day, not even 2 or 3 hours later, they re-DMCA'd the video, and I couldn't counter it then because
wait. Same video.
Same video. 2 hours later, same company, different email. Re-copyrighted it. Re-DMCA struck it. So I went to go file another counterclaim. YouTube denied me the counterclaim because this is the second time this video has been struck. It's probably legit. So that's the rabbit hole I ended up getting in. Afterwards, I contacted them. It's not fair use and stuff like that. You're just stealing copyright, and ended up being back and forth. And then I finally made the point. It's like, you copyright claim one show, one episode out of an entire list of shows. You don't copyright anything else. Well, we can do that. And then they proceeded to copyright another show.
Jeez.
And I couldn't counter it then because it's the same company. So YouTube basically locked me out of being able to file a counterclaim. I had to deal with it with them. So they were being belligerent, and then they blocked me. I couldn't no longer contact them through email. Every time you send an email to them, it's like, this recipient has no longer available, either because it doesn't exist or they blocked your contact.
Yeah.
So I ended up privating everything on my channel related to anime, and then I made a video talking about them, a live stream. I didn't show anything about the any videos, stuff like that. It was just me basically explaining the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I thought copyright strike came in.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Sparky's a special type.
Yeah, and then, third strike, I lost the entire channel.
Yeah.
I couldn't access it. I couldn't get a hold of anyone. I couldn't contact anyone. It was gone.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was a stroke of luck. Certain people helping me out, kind of, I didn't get as much support as like what Ricardo or anyone else had whenever they were going through copyright issues. But I had some people help me out, and they gave me some links. They gave me some contacts. I contacted them, gave them a 5,000-word email, basically listing off what this company is, what they've been doing, my email recipients to them blocking me, the episodes that they copyright struck, who has the licenses of them, basically just showcasing everything. About a month later, I got my channel back.
Jesus. Wow.
So,
and there's nothing that happens to these people that abuse the system. That's the problem.
Yeah, they ended up coming back like last year. They wasn't going at me, but I've had a couple people come up to me because I made a big deal about it on Twitter and YouTube. And if you look them up, some of my videos come up, some other people's videos come up, and they strike small channels. And it seems like it's a Ponzi scheme to me, because they copyright small channels probably to get the ad revenue from it. And as long as you don't fight
striking it, they could copyright claim it and not strike you and get any revenue you might make, but they're not doing that. They're taking it down entirely. There's no revenue to be made at that point.
But if they DMCA it, if they do DMCA it, any revenue that video had does go to that person.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If you had any on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And here's the MO.
Yeah, but hang on. The problem comes back down to, Sparky, you don't get any revenue, period.
Yeah, none of my stuff's monetized, so I haven't hit that threshold.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Yeah, so the MO, from what I can tell, was they will strike a person. As long as they don't make a big deal out of it, they don't do anything else. As soon as you start fighting back against them, they will go for channel terminations. They've terminated about 14 channels that I can see.
Yeah.
And they'll come back, and they'll go for about a year to 2 years, and they'll come back. And it's always the same email, the same company, and the same MO, same everything. And it's like I told YouTube, it's like I gave them everything. I'm waiting for them to sue me. It's like I want them to file suit against me. And the only thing they said is, well, you lied underneath penalty and perjury of the law of the United States, and we will give this to law enforcement, and law enforcement will deal with you accordingly. It's like, that's not how this works.
Right.
It's like, sue me. And they wouldn't do it. And even me sitting on YouTube is like, look, I gave them everything. I've already told them I've got a lawyer. I'm ready to go to court with this. I haven't heard anything back from them except for them blocking me and saying that, basically making petty ass threats. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? It's like, this is false beyond reason. I've showcased everything. What's a fucking content creator to do? And that's DMCAs, false DMCAs are one of the things I get real animate about. I hate them. I hate people that do
DMCA is a hell of a
it.
drug.
So I've seen a little bit of your stuff. I've seen a little bit of the clips you've done with Free and Balanced and stuff like that. If you want, go ahead and elaborate what's happened, what's going on. I know you clip out stuff. I know ReCaffeinated and a couple other people said it's okay for you to do and stuff like that. Regardless or not, it's okay anyways. But
Right, I know.
I know you've been dealing with it. But if you want to go ahead and start from the very beginning, go ahead. That'd be interesting to listen to.
Oh, the beginning. Okay. So at the beginning, I was clipping all of these lawyers, and this one guy called Uncivil Law, he got really, really drunk one night and was acting crazy. I was actually on a live panel with my homies, and they were like, dude, you got to go clip this. So I left that to go clip him. I clipped it. It was my longest thing I'd ever done because it literally went on all night, and I only clipped the specific parts I wanted. I wake up in the morning. No, I wasn't the next morning. I got monetized like the next day. I'm like, oh my God, 1,000 subs. And then bam, that Uncivil Law hits me with the DMCA for that
You're
video.
the one. You're the one he DMCA'd. You see, I never knew who he DMCA'd.
Yeah. And I was like, what the heck? Why would he do this? And I was really like new to all of that. I was like, so I started researching what is a copyright strike. What I didn't understand fair use. I hadn't looked at anything. He unfortunately copyright struck one of my very first transformative videos. So it's like I call it the grace of God. There's just too much to call it luck. But it's like of all the things that he struck my most transformative work. I'm like, whoo, got it right there because this is on the other stuff, I probably wouldn't have been able to fight that hard because I didn't know what there were rules I was supposed to be following. But this happened to be one that just fell into it. And so he strikes me, and I end up being on Discord. I think this was kind of a while. This was like last June. I'm on Discord, and I didn't know what to do, so I just posted the copyright thing that they emailed me, and my friends were like, what the fuck, hold on, let's send some emails. So they reached out to the lawyers in LawTube and were like, what's going on, can you talk to your friend? And so behind the scenes, Kurt Uncivil Law was like, if she removes the video, I'll remove the strike. And I was like, wait, what? Like that's the same thing. You're just bullying me to remove my video. And then but at that time I was also very new, so I was like, okay, like if that's what it's going to take. But 3 days later he still hadn't removed the strike. And I did a counterclaim, a really good one. I was really proud of myself. I used the Carl Benjamin case and did my claim. I got the video back. And then I put the video back up because deal's off. He didn't remove the strike. I had to do all the work. And so it's my video still. I win the claim.
Well, and you know a little bit more about the copyright system since then now?
Yeah.
All right, because unfortunately you can't do that. He has to remove the claim first before you can remove the video. Otherwise, it makes it to where you can't do anything with it.
Right. Yeah. Well, and he was I think that's what he wanted me to do. He was either just basically get rid of it. And I'm like, well, that's what you're doing. It's you can't use this DMCA system to bully me into doing this. Like behind the scenes, I'll remove the fake penalty if you do something for me. It was just really strange. And I was like, no. And then he goes on live and starts saying that I've defamed him and he's going to sue me for defamation. And I'm like, wait, what? Because I called him drunk in that video. And I'm like, well, I
You can't defame
mean,
what's true.
yeah, exactly. Truth is the absolute defense. So, and at the end of the day, I was just asking questions, which I know is like, I'm sure he's like, bitch, you were not. You were calling me drunk. And it kind of was, but he was acting crazy. He was hollering at people. I mean, if he wasn't drunk, he was something. Anyway.
I've been known to do that.
Really, Sparky? Also fall asleep on your popcorn?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what I was gonna say. Dude,
I
he's
am
to fall
known for
asleep.
falling asleep on stream, so that's my thing. Nobody steal it.
I put somebody to sleep on a day stream last week. I'm like, he started snoring. I'm like, is he snoring right now?
I remember when Sparky, this was his last year, Sparky went to bed, left the stream going. After being extremely drunk.
I got drunk, I was doing video edits. After the video edit was been doing, I fell asleep in the chair. I woke up like an hour or two later. I completely forgot the stream was going, and I went to bed. And I was still in VC.
Oh, I have a couple of those stories. My first live, I got so drunk, I left somebody else on my stream, and then came back. They're going in the stream. I was like, okay. I still left him there and left. But if I hadn't left at that moment, I definitely would have thrown up on stream because I just started throwing up.
I think that was actually my first. I think that's the first stream I seen you on. Actually, yeah. I think you guys were talking. You guys were talking about that.
But to continue the story with that stream, me and Rogue being the great friends we are.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That stream.
Oh yes. Actually, no. I found out
stories.
about that because of one Panina-chan that's within our Discord. She mentioned that is Sparky still awake? Because the stream is still going. I'll get to it later, but contact his missus and that maybe she can do something.
Yeah, she doesn't walk.
Again, I said maybe. I didn't say it was guaranteed. So I'm like, okay, it's a certain time now. I guess I can get my ass up and then go over and then roll back into my office and see what's going on. If he's still streaming, then I guess it would be a good thing if we co-opt his stream. So that's what we ended up doing.
We heard him taking a shower when he woke up too. And
I know. It was hilarious.
We had a plan if Sparky came into the room naked, we would start playing loud.
I'm so glad. I am so glad I didn't pull an Ace of Thorn. I'm so glad. But no, that's oh wow. I didn't know you were the one.
Yeah, and I started that story that far back because eventually Kurt ends up striking another channel for an older video. He went on a rampage after he struck me, and Fair and Balanced picked up that story. And she went ham. She went crazy, keep having me on her show, talking about how wrong it was to copyright strike someone, how the internet is forever, and it's fine. Make videos about me. They're called blooper reels, just on and on and on.
Oh yeah.
And she actually really got who's the
guy who's striking you all the time? I mean, I don't know who this is.
Uncivil law.
Uncivil law. Yeah.
And then,
the guy from Texas.
Yeah, the one who's striking me now is Fair and Balanced.
Okay.
So, and she's the one who was when Uncivil Law was striking me. She's the one who was making a huge case for why it's wrong that he was doing it. So then, fast forward a few months later, and okay. So over that time, that's how we became friends. Is like I showed up in her live chat one day, and she's like, "Oh, Divinity, hey girlfriend," and we were just like friends since then. And
it's one of those things. Oh, I know
exactly how this goes.
I know exactly how this goes.
Yeah, well, so I didn't. So she, I made a few videos of her when she was drunk on a different streams because they were funny. And the first one, she's like, "Hey, could you take this down? My mom, she doesn't like it." I'm like, "Oh, no problem." And literally, we just went through this Kurt stuff, and I kept saying, if Kurt had asked me to take these down, I would have, but he never even said anything to me. I didn't know he was depressed. Like all this shit that came out afterwards, I was like, man, I kind of feel bad, but I didn't know. I was trying to be, I was not trying to be the bitch that I turned out to be. That wasn't my intention anyway. And where was I at with my story? Fair and
fair.
I was making clips of her.
Yeah.
And she asked me to remove one, and I did. And then she did another drunk stream. And the next drunk stream was like, I was on vacation and I came back to a whole inbox. And it was like, this woman was like shaking her boobs around, her legs in the air, vagina out. It was,
Oh my
like
God.
and the guy that she's with is the most popular YouTuber in our space as far as men go. It was Nick Rekieta. She was on his stream, and it was like as far as the degenerates go, there's more popular streamers.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh. So I clip it and I do 2 separate clips. One where it's just, I call it the air legs. And then one that's just like all the rest of the stuff where just a full version. And when she throws her legs in the air, I covered it with like words. I said nothing to see here and made sure I slowed it down by a millisecond and made sure that you couldn't stop it at any second. There was always going to be something covering it. But I don't know. I was trying to do her a favor and me a favor and not piss everybody off. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, that time her friends came after me and I was like, what's going on? They're like, you're going to make her lose her job. She's got a job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what?
She should have thought about that.
Yeah, throwing your aliens up and then getting drunk on stream,
Look,
live on air. I mean,
all right, let me break into here real quick. All right. So, I tell anyone, like from my streams, you can clip them out. It's like, fuck, I've got somebody on on another channel that they own that has a recorded conversation with me. I didn't even know it was recorded on their channel. So it's whatever. But end of the day, it's like, as long fair use is a thing, and a lot of people don't understand fair use. A lot of people don't understand the DMCA system, and the problem is like, if you file a DMCA, all thing you gotta do is counter it. It's up to them then. It's up to them then if they're gonna sue you. Now that's another thing when it comes into like countering DMCA. So that is a legal step and legal measure, and it's like you better be ready to go court over it.
Yeah, you have to dox yourself to the other person.
Yeah. Actually, there is a way around it, and get legal representation. I know. I know
it's expensive.
It is expensive. It's expensive. You can retain a counsel. You can retain a lawyer, and then the lawyer can go through. I am such and such. I represent this channel.
So and so.
You can go about it that way, and it's usually just a retaining cost, a retaining fee, and stuff like that. What you gotta do with them. But if it progresses on from that, and they want to push it, then you go into the realms of getting sued and going through the court processes and stuff like that. There's a way getting around having to dox yourself. But
second video, she did come to me in private again and asked me to take it down again. And I was like, damn, this was going to be, thousands of views. But I did. I took it down again. But I was, after that point, I was like, she's like, I'm going to get help. I'm going to rehab. I've got a problem and all this crap. I'm like, fine, whatever, fine, go get help. You owe me $7. I was about to make $7. No. So anyways, that happened. That was September. And then I kind of quit like making videos about her because she's not that interesting unless she's drunk, to be honest. And she got fired from her job. And so I made a video about her getting fired.
What'd she do?
Well, her job said that she was basically just a trash employee. She didn't do anything. She didn't even get credentialed to go into the Capitol building and to do her job. And then she retold the story and said they ran out of money. So that she signed a year contract, and in 5 weeks, supposedly the company no longer has any money to pay her. Yeah, right, dude. She was fired because she's trash. They did give her a list. She went over it. She wasn't performing. Her stories were lackluster. She wasn't credentialed. She was underperforming. She was sick 5 times in 6 weeks. Like, it was a lot for a new employee.
Brown bottle flu from putting her legs up in the air.
I know. I mean, maybe they just did a little internet search and were like, our bad. Not all right. Yeah. So, she copyright struck that video. And I was like, "Wait, what?" Of all the people in the whole world, she literally went to bat against abusing the system. This is completely fair video. What's going on? And I got my she comes to the next day. She's like, "I was pissed, so I struck your video. I and then I was late for work the next morning, so I couldn't retract the strike. And now I realize that everyone knows, so I'll take it back. I'm real sorry. My bad." Still, 3 days later, it took her to retract the strike, so I counterclaimed it to get it back. I'm not waiting for her. And what happened next? She went on a live and decided to attack me and my children, and she's just crazy. She's actually a crazy person. She's like, this girl is on meth. All this weird, all this random stuff. Like, I
Was
was
she
like,
drunk
what the
again?
heck? She was way drunk, but she's telling everyone she was sober. So that's the weird part about it. Like, she's, yeah, really weird. So when she attacked my kids, I was like, okay, well, this is gonna be fun. And she got drunk again on a long rant and attacked, like, the
Gloves come off.
quartering and Lauren yeah, the gloves have been off. Like, "You lit a fire in this mama bear, and now I'm going to burn you with it." And so, I made another video, and now, in the meantime, she's on Twitter, and she's all over YouTube, this Fair and Balanced, fighting against Eliza Blue because Eliza Blue is shutting down free speech by censoring people, by DMCA striking their videos. And she's hollering with her bullhorn about how wrong this is. And
And you're
2 weeks
calling out
before,
her,
she just did it to me.
and you're
Well,
calling
then
out
last night,
hypocrisy.
yeah, and so she said she went on, Defengo's show yesterday, the Griftcast, and told him same lie. She said, I made fake videos about her, that I fake nuded her," which is a long story, a false story, but long.
Does
That
she have
again,
proof
that I
of it?
didn't take care of my no, to the opposite. I've got proof that I showed her that someone made this about her, and I got 2 witnesses that were with me when the photo was presented to us. She just makes shit up. It's crazy. And then she went and deleted all her messages, but I know crazy people, so I'd already recorded them, and she found out this morning. She found out this morning that I had that recording. And so she's, like, backing up, and then she sent me an email that said, "Thank you. Thank you for making these videos. It's really opened my eyes." And that was, like, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and then today last night,
Again.
okay. So yesterday, I made this video about her. It's 2 minutes. She's she's acting like a damn demon's about to come out of her, and my shtick is actually being like, I really like Jesus, and so this part where she was, like, being very offensive to the fact that somebody can have a come to Jesus moment, was I probably would have always posted it. She just has the bad luck of being in my crosshairs at the moment. So I didn't, So I posted this video. She's live. She's on a live stream, and I didn't know any of this. Again, God God's got a funny personality. She's on the live stream, and somebody sends her my video. I didn't tag her in it because I didn't want her to be pissed. And she also says that I'm doing it to get clicks by using her name. I'm like, "Well, that's usually not helpful. My audience doesn't like her, so I get less clicks generally on a Farron video." But so she starts playing this video on this live on her phone, and the guy goes, "What's that?" Oh, she's like, this hater, she made this video about me." And the guy goes, "This one?" and pulls it up. And then they play it on stream in front of this guy's audience, and it's just hilarious. They laugh at her. Well, you can't really laugh at a crazy person. She went ham. She found me on the next live that I was on, told me she was recording me for her lawsuit, that she's gonna sue me. And this morning I woke up to her DMCA striking 3 of my videos.
Have they you still have your channel.
Because she is not as smart as she wishes she were, and she used the same content to strike them all. So she struck me at 3:45 in the morning, one video. And then she must have had this great idea to like, shit, how am I going to take her down so she can't report this? And she struck 2 more because it only takes 3. Like you said, they'll take your whole channel out, and then you're kind of fucked if you want to communicate.
Oh, fuck that. No.
Yeah. So
No,
20
fuck
minutes later, she
that.
comes back and she strikes 2 more videos, but she used the same content, the same original content, to say that I was using in all 3 videos. So it only counted as 1 strike. And so this morning, I wake up and I'm like, I refresh my page, and my homies, for some reason, they're still live. They're like 11 hours in on this live that I went to sleep on the night before. And so I joined their live. I'm like, this bitch just copyright struck me 3 times. And within 5 minutes, Farron shows up in chat. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I wish we could all just be friends like we used to be. What's going on? I can't even believe. I'm like, are you kidding me? You are. And I told her, I went off on her a little bit. And
Wow.
I'm like, you need to sue me. You need to sue me. Get the fuck out of here. Sue me. Oh, dude, the Chiefs are about to win.
What?
The Chiefs another football fan.
They turned that into a game. I was thinking Eagles all day, but I wanted the Chiefs. I really did want the Chiefs to win. We'll see.
I know Lindeb's gonna enjoy that one.
I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm getting food, so
It's 3 points ahead.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's great, especially after what the Eagles pulled at the beginning of the game.
Here's what I would do, and this is just me. I would take the.
Don't take his advice.
Whatever. But no, I would literally just take a video, make a video of, what content she struck, how she used it, and just expose it. That's the best thing you can do, expose it to the air, post it up. I mean, don't make it into a long format video, just make it into a short. This is what's going on. I've got 3 copyright strikes. This is how this person did it. This person's done it multiple times. Post it to Twitter. Tag.
Hold my horses here. So, if I remember correctly, Divinity, you had a show with a certain person that is striking you. How they were saying it's unconscionable that this person's going out of the way to strike another person.
Mm-hmm.
Clip out those and feed it back to them.
I did. That's why she hates me. The first time she did it to me, I said, keep your words sweet in case one day you got to eat them. And I fed it back to her. It's amazing, though, because in that video, she says my name because she's talking about me, the first copyright strike case, to another guy. So I just flipped it and made it look like she's talking about herself and me. It was beautiful. It was really great.
That's classic Akilah Hughes, Carl Benjamin.
Well, that's basically it. Is it short enough to be a short? Because I'd use that. No. I mean, it's creative editing. I think you could possibly do it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do this time because this time it's like, are you serious? I can't even believe it. And she sent my friends, for some reason, I have this Aussie friend called Madcore, and everyone always sends messages to him instead of me. Now, I don't check my emails that often, so maybe I'm just harder to get a hold of, so it makes more sense. But even Farron this morning sent him a message to say, Divinity's going to be very mad in the morning. She says she's getting a damn restraining order against me. I'm like, you're harassing me. You can't. Yes, please get this restraining order so I can have your address.
Restraining orders don't walk online.
No, let me tell you what she said. She called it. I think she called it a restraining order.
Is it a restraining order or a cease and desist?
Per my attorney, they told me to copyright strike every video on your channel that's negative. My lawyer is also filing a harassment restraining order you'll be getting in the next week.
Hang on.
Harassment.
Please, time out. Please repeat that line.
Per my attorney, they told me to copyright strike every video on your channel that's negative. I have.
Oh my god. Alright, right there. Even if it goes to court, that right there sinks her entire fucking case because negative opinions and comments are not a copyright issue. It's a transformative critique. She just shot. I know she probably knows, but that's.
Not only that, I have 2 separate messages where she has written, "I struck her because I was pissed." Blah blah blah. Rest of her message. It's like, okay, girl. Why are you saying this? Like we chill with attorneys nonstop, and you don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Here's the problem with this, and this is because I've went through and I tested the copyright system before on myself and stuff like that. Filing fraudulent DMCA strikes is a really good way of getting your channel yanked. That's a good way of getting your own channel terminated, especially if it's proven or showcased. That right there proves and showcases that Fran knows it's not copyright, doing it because it's a negative influence, and finally fraudulent DMCAs to take it down. She is in my opinion, she's on a road to get herself terminated.
And I think that she doesn't care at this point. She sees that she has burned so many bridges and she can't. So I think her thing is like reputation management, where she just everywhere she goes, she tries to like play perfect. And it's crumbling all around her. So I feel like, and she even said it today, as soon as her documentary drops, she said she's going to quit YouTube, which is classic narcissist bullshit. She probably won't be able to stay away. But if that's true, that might be why she's willing to do what she's doing, because she doesn't care.
And I still filed counterclaims.
But
I would still put out a video showcasing what she used to copyright strike them. Just showcase it, including the emails.
Yeah, well, again, I'm a narcissist. I can't stay away from YouTube, so I doubt that.
I know, I am too. I know how we work.
Yeah, and honestly too, and stuff like that. I tell people all the time they want to clip stuff out of the channel, like, you know, you being on, stuff like that. The entire portion that you're on, if you want to clip this out, put on your channel, go right ahead.
I have her on video saying that to me. Hey, Divinity, if you want, you can clip this out. I don't care. She's just a hypocrite.
Well, I'll tell you this much right now. After dealing with copyright strikes myself and actually losing my channel, false DMCAs or something I do not like. And as long as you're clipping it with permission of the channel, and this video will be up, and if you clip it, it's gonna be up anyways. And with just how I go through and I look at fair use and copyright, I'm not gonna do that.
I look at it this way. I'm a stupid fuck on the internet. I say some crazy shit at sometimes very, politically incorrect for some. Other times I'm yelling at other people for no fucking goddamn reason. If you can clip it and make some money out of it, all the fucking better. Go for it.
Well, hell, even then, make your video, tag Leonard French in it.
Fuck yeah.
Let him look at it. Let him make a video on it, because he's a copyright attorney.
Yeah, when I made my video about Kurt, I found Kurt on a video with Leonard French in a judge's outfit saying, you can't copyright somebody because your feelings are hurt. And I used his words against him at that point, and it was hilarious. They're like, where'd you find Kurt in a judge's wig? Like, with a copyright attorney?
Oh no, that was before Kurt was even doing YouTube. Yep. I think that was on Leonard French video.
It was, yeah. I found it because I'm a psycho.
Yeah, you're not
there
psycho.
You go.
You're just internet autistic.
Yep.
But no,
it probably explains the reason why I live in 4chan and shit. So
yeah.
But no. If you want to clip this portion out, because this is really cool. It's not cool the bullshit you're going through, but that's one of the things I really. I would probably even make a video on this. I made videos on Ace01 and Quantum TV and stuff like that when they're doing the copyright BS. Alex Mauer and a couple other ones, including like myself when I was going through Camiso's GmbH.
Clip this one, because the story is, look at this woman who is fighting censorship on Twitter as the chief head of censorship warrior queen, and then over on YouTube she's literally false DMCA striking for the second time in 6 weeks. Her first strike on me was December 23rd. She did it right before Christmas because she's mean.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the story. Go ahead and make as many videos as you want about that.
I'll be more glad.
All I can say is she was just giving you a special Christmas gift.
Yeah. Like I said,
one that you'll never forget.
Hell, even the emails, not with the contacts or anything like that, but just the message itself. Compiling all that together along with the messages from YouTube's like, these videos were claimed, here's the source of the video, stuff like that. All that stuff is enough to really expose and stuff like that. And if you want to send me that, I'd be more than glad to make a fucking video on it, go through it and disseminate and tear down the
Sparky,
whole bullshit.
You already have to deal with a truck to rebuild, figuring out how to get cameras, and you fucking
this is easy.
Garage.
That's not.
You also have multiple different, shows that you have to edit and all that, and on top of all of that crappy shit,
right.
You want to do this too? I'll feel.
STC Watch Club is on the back burner.
I have a funny feeling I'm gonna get a knock on my door, going, "Hey, Rug, do you mind editing something for me?"
Me
being stupid and kind of dumb, I'm going, "Yeah, sure, why not? I got nothing better to do."
bitch, I ain't going nowhere.
Pretty much, right?
No, but the copyright stuff. I said, it's been crying in my neck of the woods. I've just recently came across this.
Wait, I thought your neck of the woods with hanging out with the buffaloes and shit.
Hey, you don't bring my culture into this. You got that?
I bring in all people's culture. That's where I get kind of that racial.
I'll get the headdress out.
Play the war music.
I'll get the headdress out.
I'm hoping you do. That way we can make a meme out of it. I mean, seriously.
I still gotta find the headdress.
Jesus
so you keep promising me an opportunity, and you keep taking it away from me.
He keeps on promising us a good time, Rogue here, and he keeps on cock teasing us with a good time. And
I know,
never pays
fucking
off.
ridiculous.
I guess I need to explain. I am Native American. I'm Cherokee, so it's a funny
he's
thing.
A half-breed, but still, it's yes.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, realistically, I'm a mixed breed, so it's fine.
I'm just the trans asshole.
I don't have any comment. I'm not with them.
Don't worry, we're protected all the way around because I'm a trans asshole god. So, or goddess, whichever you prefer. So, yeah, there we go.
I'm
we're all
a
protected.
woman.
All around.
Yeah, women.
See?
Yeah. So we hit all the criteria of diversity. Congratulations.
Yes.
You are the rainbow.
We are immune.
Don't come out and taste us. That's for sure.
Yeah, we are immune to criticism. There we go.
we may be immune to criticism, but we are not immune to autism. So.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like just bring it. But no, it's no. This is it is a really interesting story, and something I do want to look into a little bit deeper. If you don't mind, send me some information on it, Divinity.
Just don't do what Johnny Deeper did.
What happened?
You still there?
What happened? What happened?
She came into a room filled with nuts, and here we are.
Yeah, there you go.
you still with us?
Me? I'm still here.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear breathing.
We didn't know. You're like, what happened? It's like, wait, oh God, is this one messing up again?
No, I was just going through my messages so I could send some to you.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to send me some of that stuff, like I said, I'll go through, look at it. I'll make a video on it.
Just make sure when you do send the messages, send the right ones, because you don't want to have that awkward moment.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because between me and Sparky, we have that awkward moment constantly.
Yeah, and I'll make a video. I probably won't use clips from Fran Balanced, but I'll go through the situation and stuff like that. And if she wants to copyright strike me, she's gonna have to actually sue me.
Yeah, she's just got a big mouth. She's just a crybaby.
Yeah, I
love those.
Oh, that's most of the internet. It's okay.
Oh man, I love people like that. I especially like crybabies that go, "Hey, we got this situation. You don't do this, we're gonna move away from you." Okay, bye.
Pretty much.
You just saved me a lot of headache and hassle. But no. Besides that, what else do you do on your channel? I know I don't have a lot of viewers and stuff like that. My channel's kind of
You don't have a lot of viewers? My God.
I'll how's this?
Fewer viewers, Sparky. There you go.
I'll go ahead.
I can give up some of my viewers to give to you, but whether they stay or not,
we all share the same viewers.
Well, I tried to do clips like I did with Rogue.
Hang on my retro television, I have a lot of viewers. So I mean, seriously.
Well, actually, I got a lot of viewers to go to your Twitch with those commercials. Mm-hmm. I did not expect that. That was insane. Doing those.
If I gave up a half of my shit on the my retro TV, you'd be at least 1,500.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
So that'd be money in your bank there, money.
Is that first one a is that first one a DM message?
Well, it could be a DM message, but I think it could be a GM message. Hello, Wesley over there. I could see you, and we are not talking about muffins whatsoever.
Rogue, you have almost 7,000 on your distro.
Yeah, I
On
know.
your decent
And
retro
it keeps
TV,
getting bigger, and I keep adding more shit over time. I'm like, going, I don't know. I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah,
I am
don't
the
know.
worst. I am the worst YouTuber that in existence. I kind of just put shit up there at a whim, and then walk away from it for a year at a time, and show back up and put more stuff up there at a whim, and people just come back in. It's like, always got some new stuff up.
But the funny thing is, like I look at the views on your videos, there's like 30, 70, but you have 7,000 almost. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how? Why?
I told you I'm an autistic spurg. I mean, I just put shit up there. Some actually have more views than others. I've realized that. It's based
7,000?
off of the shows. Yeah.
Videos.
Yeah, when I get to the 10,000, I'm gonna have to run around naked again.
Oh god,
Yeah.
nobody wants to see
Yeah.
that.
No. That's why I drive them away and they come back afterwards. It's like, oh, maybe he stopped being fucking crazy.
Well, you do that in that damn mask of yours that you wear.
The creepy baby one. I have those one too.
No, the doctor mask.
Oh yeah. I have those. I
can't remember what they're called for some reason. My head's
really. You've reached that age where you can't remember a
Plague doctor's mask.
You just done it to me.
did it
Thank
too.
fucking God. Now I've hit
Plague
your age.
doctor.
I've got ageism now. Fuck me.
No, that's just internet AIDS. Don't worry about it. It comes and goes. No.
Some
Plague
timers,
doctor's
I don't know if I can handle this. It's bad enough I sometimes drink and sometimes don't.
Oh Jesus.
Isn't that the same kind of problem that we have there, Jem? Sometimes we feel our nuts, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
And
You guys
sometimes
are
we eat a
talking
whole
about
bag of
this
dicks.
now?
I mean, when you get to our age there, Sparky, you'll have the same problem.
I'm only 10 years away.
I know. So we're just giving you a heads up. Things go downhill pretty quick.
Yeah, no shit, you don't have to tell me about that. Anyways, I think I fixed the Discord to where if you wanted to... His name is John C. I swear to God, I'm gonna throw you at this VC gym.
You say that, and yet he's still here.
Yes.
There we go.
You done it this time! Thank fucking God. I was about to say there's too many dicks on the dance floor, but here we are.
Wow. Anyways, I think I've fixed the Discord. If you want to jump in any Sunday I stream, you have access to this VC now.
He hopes he's fixed it.
Yeah. Discord for me is kind of a challenge.
I thought most of life for you was kind of a challenge. Remember, you've electrocuted yourself willingly.
Many a times.
Wait,
Well,
why?
Because
Sparky.
the one time.
Oh god.
Sparky, before I forget, the clip where you electrocuted yourself when you were fixing, was it the VCR or the?
It was the stereo.
Oh, the stereo.
Yes.
Give me that clip and I'll try to make that into a commercial for you because I think I can sell that one.
It's out there in the
wanted
world. I
this.
think we'll be able to find it. It's not that hard.
Okay, hang
Here's the
on.
thing,
I'll
Sparky,
just hey,
Just
you
shoot
know
me
what?
the link and I'll download it.
Mm.
I'll just showcase it.
There we go. I like that. It was it was one of his grandest moments, and we ended up talking to his mom, and apparently she's got more.
Oh God, I gotta get those from her.
Yeah.
See, Sparky wants me to make him a show because I've been getting the numbers up for everybody whenever I do a show, and Sparky's show is really hard to do that way. For some reason, it just doesn't have that click.
He likes to explain a lot of things, and I like to have everything kind of up in the air and let you kind of figure it out yourself.
I don't know what it is. I really don't, honestly.
Really?
I do, but I'm not gonna say it.
Maybe it's
Mhm.
I don't want hers feelings.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, I know, right? But we talk about him in front of him and behind him constantly, so just lay it out there. You know, it's like a bandage. Just rip it right off.
You know,
it might be an arterial wound in that, and he might need that extra blood at that moment to actually survive. But, just rip it off. What could possibly go wrong?
everything.
I mean, I have galoshes on. It's fine.
Oh no, it's not this one because I've actually got gloves on in this one. So it's the one beforehand.
God. So when we play the waiting game, I guess I can talk to Wesley over there in chat. How are you doing over there, Wesley? You look. Are you alone? Are you okay? Is everything all right? Did you find out that even after I took the crazy test of what character Warhammer I'd be, I'm still an Imperial of man. So you know, and I'm a crazy mod. Nah, he's our black weeb in the behind scenes, and he took a 40K test and came out as an org.
And I don't know what that means.
The orgs, the orgs are for some believe that they represent the black population.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Well,
That's a social justice woke for you. That's all I know. That's what they say.
If I say that in like a different chat, are they gonna be like, "What the hell, dude? Don't say that. That's 4chan shit."
Yeah, I know, but here we are.
They will. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I just don't. I just want to know which crowds I should use that in. I'd be like, "Oh, I thought everyone knew that. I thought that was normal."
It
All
is
right.
kind of
all right. Let me go ahead and showcase this.
simplified NPC shit.
There we go. You know how to use the share screen, right?
Yes.
I hope we do. I mean, Discord isn't that challenging. At least I remember it not being.
I was asking Divinity. I know you guys do.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah.
Anyways, this is what they're talking about. I put the link to this video in the live stream chat. So this is
Yeah,
this is what they're
I
talking
will
about.
direct it to Jim.
Yes.
So the purpose of using the thermal camera is to capture what part of this unit is generating heat. And right now, the ones that look like that's generating the most heat is going to be
Yeah.
that
I can
is
turn into
supposed to
a
be
short.
grounded.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be grounded, he says.
Now that I can turn into a short.
Yeah,
We'll see how that goes.
That's what happened. And then my mom decided to come on and tell about the story when I was 10 years old and trying to repair Jingle Bell Christmas lights and blowing the fucking electrical socket out of the wall.
Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of crazy stuff.
Hey,
That's our
I'm
boy.
35 and I'm still alive.
And he's a mechanic.
I'm an electrician.
Still,
shop.
I said of sorts. It's within the same vein. You
Sparky,
operate
I'm
on
shot in the face
vehicles.
and I'm 50-something years old, and I've been shot in the face, and I'm still alive. So
Yeah, I live in Canada. I'm in my 50s. So, I mean, seriously. I mean, come on.
Jesus. I mean, you got two guys here who've been through hell.
I mean, if the Canadian wilderness and the world at large has not has kind of spared me of its, I don't know, hedonism and a few other different things out there, I'm good. I think you should be fine. I mean, we know an Australian who we don't know if he's real or not that has survived, living in Australia for a very long fucking time. And he's about your age.
I'm pretty sure Australia doesn't exist. It's just a biodome in Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps claiming that he exists. He keeps showing us stuff, in our back office portion of our Discords and that. This is what happened over here. I'm like, yeah, your Aussie money is not real.
Exactly. I say
Actually-
that, they're messing with us when they were like, let's tell them our spiders are our biggest dinner plates.
Yeah.
We believed them, and ever since then, it's been on.
Yeah, it's also been, those koalas that are there. They're cute and cuddly. You can hang on. You can go up there and just cuddle them. They won't try to kill you whatsoever.
Yeah, they won't sink their claws into your back.
They don't have chlamydia or anything like that. It's fine.
Actually, no. I'm kind of come back to your little story. Have you had a chance to talk to ReCaffeinated? I know ReCaffeinated doesn't get involved with shit like this, but have you asked him his opinion on this whole deal?
He weighed in on the uncivil one, told uncivil that he should retract my strike and all that. But this one, no, I haven't. I don't want to be that guy that's like always, in the drama.
Yeah, I concur. Just weigh it out and
I mean,
just do your own shit.
Yeah, well, I don't mean
easier.
I don't mean like go out and ask him to do something about it. I mean just like ask his opinion. That's all I was saying.
I mean, technically, I know his opinion because he did give it to me during the uncivil thing. He doesn't copyright strike. He doesn't blah blah blah. He doesn't think anyone should do it. But I think he has a soft spot for people that he has had around him before, and if they don't directly attack him, he has a very hard time holding them accountable for actions that he's only peripherally aware of. I guess I don't know. That seems to be kind of how he handles.
That seems to be like everybody on the internet.
Look how far it took Legal Bites to push ReCaffeinated. I mean,
yeah, and the problem with that is that had he not shut the fuck up, none of the other stuff would have happened. He wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like if you would have just immediately been honest about all of this instead of letting it fester, then all the rest of this other shit doesn't happen. But
well, I mean, and to be honest though, I mean, that was all stuff that was, I mean, the way it seemed like to me with the whole thing that went down was, that was all private closed room stuff. It looked like to me like Legal Mindset is the one that kind of brought it out a little bit, and then when it got brought out, it just kind of tacked on from there. I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, but
but the digit is going in the right direction. It just happens to be facing that towards that person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That whole situation, stuff like that, is like that. To me, that was a closed backroom thing that should have remained closed in back room. Yeah, I understand Legal Mindset's whole thing. You support a homie, support a brother, and you're there for him and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like no one's really obligated to do that. Even if you went onto his show, or it's like anyone on my show, anyone who's came onto my show, and like I said, the whole deal with Camisos, I dealt with that myself. Yeah, I made videos about it. Yeah, people always jump in with me on my shows, jumped in and rated down the opinion too, but they didn't have to. That was something that was between me and Camiso's GmbH and stuff like that. No one was obligated to go, hey, this happened to Sparky and we need to band up and rally together and help him out. It's not expected, and it shouldn't be expected, because it's nice whenever you do have people come out and help you, but at the end of the day, I don't agree with the whole mindset of one collective being together as one. We must fall in line.
One collective mind, one collective thought, one collective speech.
I don't agree with that. Now, some of the things that was said otherwise from like Legal Bites and Hogue Law and stuff like that, I think that went a little too far. I mean, if you're gonna say stuff like that, bring some evidence to the fucking table. It's like, Hogue saying, oh yeah, he said many bad things about me. No, he hasn't. You might took it towards you because he does make some rash jokes about like heavyweight people and stuff like that. He has done that, but he's not directed it towards a single person, especially Hogue. And the whole
How dare you say heavyweight people? I am not fat. I am big boned. God damn it! I'm not even super fat either. I've got the basic dad bod now.
Medium-sized boned.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then Bites a lot of this kind of came back on her basically stating stuff that happened, not having any kind of base facts or proof on it, and it just blew up in her face. But of course, is like she kind of stepped in it beforehand with who was it, DUI guy on the Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp trial. So she was already on the. She was already on.
Video.
Yeah, she was already on the she already had a target printed on her back for actions in that one. I mean, I get why she did it, but I mean, that's just going a little too far. I mean, yeah, I'm not agreeing with it and stuff like that. That's fine.
Yeah, but Sparky, if you want me to understand why they do something, then I would have to sink down to their level of stupidity, and I'm already dumb as it is.
Yeah.
I might not get back out. I can't afford to sit down there with them.
I know. I'm already screwed. I might have to have one of those ready alert buttons, kind of going, "Help! I've fallen and I can't get up, but I don't know what the fuck the button is now."
Yeah, honestly, what Bite should did in that whole deal is, you know, have a conversation with the UI guy and just basically state, look, we gotta finish this whole deal out. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more content because of, you know, it seemed like what you're doing I don't agree with, or it's unethical. You know, whatever reason she tacked on behind it, but not really deal with, you know, not make a fucking video, you know, blowing them out of water, trying to blow them out of water, because it just doesn't benefit anyone. It's like, why?
It benefited me. I got 115,000 views on that video.
Look, Sparky, at the end of the day, video did kill the radio star. And the more money you get, the better your situation you is. So.
I mean, but still, most priceless fucking reaction, mic drop moment for the guy from TMZ.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I go back. I think it's actually on your channel. Why I've been going back through and I've rewatched it several times, and it's like that's just like you can't script that shit.
The whole thing, it was so good.
You can't script it. And then Johnny Depp on the stand. Oh my god, just
dude. When that lawyer asks him, he's like, "You have different uses for your throat," and he makes him repeat it 3 times. It was wonderful. I was like, "This guy doesn't get it."
I know. A lot of them aren't that bright. I mean, they're lawyers. They're lawyers. They're not designed to be bright. They're just there to try to get money out of people somehow, some way.
I mean, hey, they're selling it well.
Well, and here's another thing too, because I don't know. I don't think Fran's been on Recaffeinated channel for a while, but you know, she says, "Oh, well, people's using me to grips." Excuse me, whose channel have you been on? The King of Grifting. You know, that's unfortunately that's kind of how you get big on YouTube now. It's either you know, you can. That's one of the biggest things to hit it off on YouTube is to collaborate with people or to network or share stuff with people. Yeah, I get maybe somebody may put something out that's unsavory. Fuck, I think there's about 20 videos out there on YouTube about me that's very unsavory. I look at it and it's like, you know what? Thank you for the free advertisement.
Do you know Montegraph, the man who's suing Rick?
Oh my god, I know of Montegraph.
Videos of me up. He's got 3. He says I have 12 kids from 11 different dads, and I keep having litters of children. He has 3 videos just hating on me. I'm like,
oh wow, what did you do?
I didn't.
Hang on, I've got a question. So if you have litters of children, so how much money are you getting from each baby daddy?
That's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. He did a video of it, and in the thumbnail, it had 11 baby daddies. So, but he used the same guy for each picture. So I was like, well, technically, this is one baby daddy, but they used Lon Lumber as the dad, and he seems like a lawyer that's not married. So, and he has no other kids. So I feel like he just needs to send me a check.
Oh yeah, definitely. God damn it.
And he's
keep that money rolling in, honey.
Time out. And this is a man that's suing Recaffeinated for defamation.
Look, like I said before, lawyers are not the brightest people in the room.
Some people are not the brightest people in the room. What are you talking about?
Well, unfortunately for you, Sparky, you don't have the right to say that because just at the right level of arc, you will be the most brightest person in the room.
I have made my hair stand on end before. That is true.
So, you are the exception to the rule. Outside of those who work in one of those, nuclear power plants. Yeah. Every now and then they suddenly glow for no reason.
I haven't reached home assumption level yet.
I like that word, and we have to preface that. Yet. But there's still hope for you. There's still hope for you.
Here's the thing: if you're on the internet, this is what you have to expect constantly.
He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Wait, I think I might have a way to beat him.
If you say hit him really hard, I swear to God, I will kick you in the dick.
Well, that's the internet at large. I mean, come on. All you can do is laugh at and have fun.
You know, I feel sorry for Divinity because we're throwing up all these references. I feel like she doesn't know where to take
She
them.
has an idea of some of these things. I mean, she's been on the internet long enough to know. If not, then, well, she's going to learn. Welcome to the Learn It Tree.
I realize that I don't remember movies, and I definitely do not know any meme culture or anything like that. My poor friend Grim is he comes up with the best jokes and he wastes them on me. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Again, these are the Learn It Tree moments. This is where you kind of go, honey, you got to explain it to me.
I think without knowing anything about it, just because all I could think about was Farron and the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
you don't really need to know much. Heck, I was raised on the message boards back in the day. I don't know if you probably
I was raised on the internet.
I was raised on the internet before it was called the internet.
I know, right?
mean,
no, I didn't. I had heard about that actually, but I never heard it was there.
Oh, the shit we used to do on message boards was really, compared to what today, honestly, depending on what groups you hang out with, today is kind of softball. It
Oh,
really feels
Jesus
like
Christ,
softball.
yeah, I mean, seriously.
The shit we used to do was the Wild West.
That's exactly what they say.
And the government couldn't track you.
Exactly, this is what they say. Yeah, my
We used to be able to see snuff shit before it would actually be behind a paywall.
We used to be able to get free internet.
Yeah.
free internet would be dope. I think
I mean, it
snuff
was
shit
slow
would
as
be
shit,
pretty
but-
easy because I saw a bunch of real fucked up. Oh no, wait, snuff? No, I've never actually seen a snuff film.
No, not actually like a. Well, you have to be kind of specific when it comes down to that area because there's some that's fake and some that's actually real shit that's out there. For example, we actually have had it where you'd be able to go to like one website and be able to see some of the most craziest real actual situations of people getting squashed by shit and blown up by
tomatoes.
Shit.
I remember that.
Way before they became something. Yeah. So, and now they pretty much stopped that, put it behind the paywall, and call it news.
Yeah, what was it? back in the very early '90s? Very early '90s when the internet was just really starting to when it became the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They were posting videos. Terrorist groups were posting videos and so forth, and we would watch them at colleges, or you'd have kids watching them at schools who had internet for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids would come home crying to their parents, and they would explain what they saw, and then they get pissed at the school, and they're like, "What? We didn't show it to them. They told me they saw it at school." And I'm like, "No!" And then the schools had to lock down everything. Oh,
see,
so the colleges too. Jesus.
It feels kind of weird there, Jam. It feels like we're like Bane, from the Dark Knight Rises. You were merely adopted the internet. We were born in it, molded by it.
You merely adopted the internet. We were born in it.
Internet OGs. I feel like because I didn't get to the internet until '99, and so
Yeah.
I'm more of like a messenger chat, like a social media OG. Like
Yeah, the
back when-
IRC and all that back in the day.
Yes,
Oh, fuck yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
When you could
Would
still,
you
like,
believe me
custom
if
things.
I said you could get free internet with a Captain Crunch whistle?
Yes, you could.
You would, but I'm asking
I
her.
wouldn't. I don't think I would. No.
That's how we used to do it.
Yeah,
Seriously.
no, the internet used to be kind of like sound orientated. So if you go back far enough, you get all this what is considered white noise shit, static and that. And sometimes you get like a little kind of a weird kind of beeping shit that goes with. All that was to get yourself logged into whatever version of server at the time.
What you could do with it is there was a certain high pitch that the whistle could hit. That was what the telephone companies used digitally on their equipment, and they would just play that digital sound to the phone. Well, actually, what you would do is you dial an 800 number.
Yep.
Then when it picked up, you would hit the digital sound. It would restart, but the call would continue. It would restart the line,
Yeah.
and you could basically hijack that phone call to get on the internet for free.
Yep. Oh, there was a lot of workarounds. It was beautiful.
There
Now
were
they,
quite a few. Heck, if you had $20, you could get the when they got rid of that little break, you could pay a person who worked for the phone company. Not going to say who. Thanks, Fred. And get the dial tones and record the sounds on a tape recorder and
It
do
was
the
just-
same goddamn thing.
Yeah, but it was the same thing for like when they decided to do like the pay TV shit and all that. That's the super channels and all that. All you had to do is know somebody within that industry, kind of give them a bit of money. They unlocked it for next to nothing, and you had all the shows, everything that you wanted to watch.
Oh, you didn't
nudity,
even have to do that.
non-nudity, violence, non-violence. It was.
I mean, there was a first there was a jumper cable that if you took the box apart, you could just clip, put that jumper in, and boom, you got all the channels. Then there was the screw that you would turn that would give you all the channels, and then there was the switch.
I like the switch one. I knew the switch one.
Here's the thing: they just kept making they kept on changing it, but instead of making it more difficult, they just made it easier to get along, and it was hilarious because I was like, man, why? And then you could still technically do that with today's boxes in some manner or form and get all the channels for free.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't do that anymore. I don't get cable anymore. It's not worth it. It's not even worth the box fee. So, yeah.
I mean, it comes back down to that age-old question. If it's worth it, then there's got to be something really good on. If there's nothing good on, then what the fuck?
And there hasn't been anything good on.
Yeah, you don't.
I think we're going on 20-plus years now.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I mean, there's been some good things out there. Don't get me wrong. But games but for some reason, at the end of the show, they always throw it away. So
yeah, but Jam, you got to remember. But this is why TikTok is a rave for a lot of the Gen Z stuff. So,
oh, God, young people, I don't understand you.
Well, I mean,
it's
either that or we can feed them, sleepy time chicken. I'm surprised that
Jesus
took off the
Christ.
way it did.
God damn it!
Sleepy time chicken. Oh God.
Yes, chicken covered in NyQuil.
No, I
What could
remember the
possibly
whole
go
deal.
wrong?
It's
I'm
the
still
whole
trying to figure
thing
out
of
Tide
eating
Pods.
Tide Pods.
Yeah,
you
I
should
mean,
put a
that was
religion around
mostly
it.
the
Stop it.
millennials that did that, but sure.
Sparky, you're the one that started a religion around it. Stop it.
Hey, no.
Yeah,
no.
that's true.
I did.
Rinse and
Time
repeat.
out. I didn't start a religion around it. Magog started a religion around it. I just said Tide Pod Earth Theory, and then people took it and ran with it.
Yeah, but I have a shirt for it, so it's even better.
Yep.
Oh, really? You made that? Oh God.
yeah.
We made
have
the shirt. Yeah, I also have it in a mug
pillows.
form, as well as a container, a canteen
Put it in the
type
chat,
thing.
I guess.
I'll pull it up, put it out there.
Well,
don't
I
worry.
think we got an iPhone cover for one.
Yeah, we do.
I didn't.
We got
know
a
anything about
pillow,
this.
coffee mug.
Yeah.
I got to buy
had-
this stuff and send it to Magog and Antoine.
I know.
And
I
made
had
it.
Penn commission the artwork, and I put it up there in my Streamlabs shit, and yeah, it's there. I just have to pull it up.
No one ever buys it though. Is the sad thing. It's beautiful, but
Some
no one buys
do,
it.
some don't. I get a couple of coffers out of it. It's really nice,
Yeah.
and
And
it goes directly to GNF shit anyway, so it's fine.
And then Divinity's going is like, what's this about?
Oh God, that's another
Meme
story.
shit, my dear. Meme shit.
Oh God, no! Oh God.
This was
It's
they
a
were
funny
talking about
story.
flat Earth, and it was hilarious. And then they came up with we should start our own, and Sparky
They-
said,
That's
yeah,
not.
that's
That's
Tide Pod Earth.
that's not how it went. There was an old YouTube channel
know,
called
I was there.
Yeah, there's an old YouTube channel called Cunt Stream back in like 2018. Yeah, 2017, 2018 is when
He's
this was
talking
around.
about the old days.
Yes, I'm talking about the old days. Anyways, there was a show that was on there called.
And he calls us old.
There was a show on there called Chromes of the Curious, and Antoine was the one behind it. Antoine's one of my friends. Antoine, Matt, whichever one you want to call him. And he wanted to talk about hollow Earth, flat Earth, hollow Earth theory. Well, a lot of us on there kind of sidetracked the show and started talking about stuff like Pop-Tart Earth theory, just making fun of it. And I just popped off because this is back when eating Tide Pods and stuff like that was like going around on Twitter. And it's like Well, what about Tide Pod Earth Theory? We got a visceral reaction out of Angela. I don't have it on my sound pad anymore, but oh my god, I gotta find it. It got put back on the sound pad. But it got a phenomenal reaction out of him and telling me shut the fuck up. Yeah, he's got to start something that he's got to make a fucking video on it. If he had to do that, he's got to beat me with my own limbs or something like that.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was perfect. I love it.
And then from there we have another person that's on. His name's Magog. He talks politics and stuff like that. He talks about like the old Gamegate stuff and ropes, BS and all that good stuff. But he plays a necromancer wizard. He has a whole shtick about it. And he was on with us talking about it. And somehow, just me bringing up, we came up with the theory, a religion, a following, a cult, a saying, and a prayer behind it. All on stream. And I've got it saved on all hell, Lord Sniggles for copyright reasons. It was. I'll put it in my chat. If you want to, it's a funny watch. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. If you want to just
it'll be my new theory. I love to argue flat Earth with people because they lose their fucking minds if you say the Earth is flat. So I would love to piss them off with the Tide Pod theory.
Oh God!
Oh yeah,
listen.
Too.
We got it all laid out. You just gotta get there and just watch it through. Like I said, rinse and repeat. Do not fold the clothes on certain days. It's like all hell, our Lord Sniggles. It's even the chat hums like rinse and repeat. It's all made up on the fly. It's fucking hilarious. It's worth a watch. It doesn't get a lot of love on the channel because no one's looking for it. And it was originally on another channel.
No one ever looks for it. I mean, seriously. Let's see here. Let's see what we got in this beautiful. Oh, there it is. There's the sticker. Let's see. Where is the good stuff? Oh, there is the shirt.
Oh God. You really did.
There is. Here.
I've told you about this several times now, Sparky.
Well, you said you were doing it. You said you were doing it. I didn't think you actually did it.
Yeah, we have the mug, the Tide Pod Earth Theory. See, I told you, I got pen to do it. And then I took all that and put it into here. And yeah.
Gosh, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've got the Let's Go Brandon crap. I've got stickers.
Wait, this is real?
This is real. This is all real.
It's all real.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pretend this is my website and pimp this shit out.
There you go. Thank you.
Go for it. I don't mind. I have no
We got the Let's Go Brandon stuff.
We've got the hashtag blame pen, which is our little hashtag within GNF. She said that on one of her shows that we did, one of the podcasts that we had, that we can blame her for everything.
All right.
Anything that goes wrong in the world, she's the reason for it.
Perfect.
So hashtag blame pen. Yes. This was their Dragon Con stuff when they went to Dragon Con. I wasn't there. And we're still waiting for mugs and shit, so I took that as an ongoing gimmick and I made a pillow. Got a mug.
Those are my colors. The Make Ethics Great Again. I'm gonna have to get one of those. Or a mug too. I love that.
I got another shirt here, and this is the short. Comes with a little GNF logo on the back there. I love these things. It's like I gotta make more. I gotta make more of these. Apparently don't.
I'll showcase the part that I was talking about. Let me.
There's the shirt.
This on stream? Lame.
I know he will eventually, but right now I gotta. So yeah. So it was fun and exciting.
I was trying to pull up what I was doing. He'll send me the link. I'll put it in chat for everyone. But
send me the timestamp link on this one, Spark.
It's an hour.
I will be putting that in your chat. So go over there, buy my merch. I really don't care.
All right.
Hats. I'm just like the Hat Man. We've got hats.
Yeah. All right. So I got my screen open. If everyone wants to jump into it,
Do I
got
have to
my
do it
volume.
again? I think I
Yeah, you
remember
do.
this. Fine, since you prayer pushing me, peer
it!
pressuring me.
Do it!
God damn it! Next you'll be telling me to join a religion.
What that's what I'm trying to do here.
I mean, keep telling you. I'm already kind of within non-religions as it is.
Okay.
So, I mean,
All right.
seriously.
All right, here we go.
Go do it.
I hate all the
Yeah,
things.
I hate all the things too.
Yeah, I'm about to break into character and going off on this. That's how bad this is right now for my head.
No, do it. Go ahead. No.
Please do.
Just
Go
wait,
ahead.
there'll be Tide Pod Earth Day next.
Shut the fuck up, Sparky. You're gonna give someone a bad idea, and then I'm gonna have to do a fucking video on it, and then I'm gonna find your ass because I know where you live. I'm gonna beat you within an inch of your life with your own limbs.
Y'all heard it here, folks. Y'all heard it first here. Pop-Tart theory. Right there. Boom.
It's not a fucking Magog, save us, please.
Antoine, Magog.
Yeah, let's
And repeat. It would be correct to assume that the dry cleaning is the heathen's way.
Stop speaking your pagan tongue.
Okay.
I can't anymore. I can't.
You can and you must.
BM joined
Embrace the Tide Pod that you are.
Embrace
Remember-
the religion of the earth.
Antoine, I think you might need to get Brahms.
Clean earth. 'Tis a clean earth.
May your lint filter never be clogged. Amen.
Amen.
Rinse and
And
repeat.
I'm gonna have to get that lint cleaner one. Alright, I'm gonna have to take that lint cleaner one.
Amen is, but he sounds like a jerk.
It basically it just devolves down from there. It's like an hour in, and it's just everyone going fucking crazy on this whole fucking deal.
I'm gonna have to steal that portion of me lint cleaner clean.
Oh, my God comes up with some doozies on this. I mean, he did a really good
Gem
job.
Max,
coming up
make
with
sure
this shit on the fly.
you send me the right bits, so I can make them into shirts and other things. Because
oh God,
Neemich needs to happen.
Yeah, I'll.
Neemich needs to happen.
There you go. There you go. I sent it to you in DMs if you want to.
Thank you. I'm gonna have
Send it
to
me as
pull shit
well,
apart.
because I'm gonna have to pull this shit apart too. Send it to me.
Okay, well there you go. It's in our back office.
Yay! Yay! More stuff to put on my ever-growing Streamlabs. That doesn't always get a good amount of love because I don't pimp it, and when I do, it gets a degree of shekels to it. It's fun.
But yeah, no, the amount of bullshit I've been involved with in the last 4 or 5 years, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, but Sparky, you're still here.
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, I'm still here.
I know. You think by now the internet at large would try to kill you?
They have.
No, you have not been swatted as of yet.
I've had my what called.
That's nothing. Having police show up on your door trying to kill you. That right there. You know you made it into the big league.
I wish people luck with it.
Yeah.
Every cop in this town knows me. They know where I live and they know I stream.
Yeah, no, see that's when you know you're in the big leagues. The moment somebody comes knocking up your door, actually no, busting down your door with a gun blaring. I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah, folks, never swat people. It's not nice.
No. Well, if you're gonna do it right.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I think we've hit we've been doing this for about 3 hours 18 minutes. I think I'm going.
Did we hit a new low because your record is like 12 hours?
No, my record's like 20 hours.
Well.
Yeah, remember we took over.
Sleeping doesn't really. It does and it doesn't kind of count. I mean,
hey, Twitch streamers and hot tub streamers do it all the fucking time. I don't see why I can't.
Well, I mean, This is why you're getting a Twitch channel, so you can do that on a regular.
Oh,
You can have it set up every week as a sleeping stream.
I'm doing the Twitch channel as a VTube channel, not that. And
You
so
can
ready
have
for
your
my
VTuber
model
sleep
being
in a
made.
corner somewhere.
Oh God. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end this out. Divinity, if you want to go ahead and pimp yourself out, show yourself out, go ahead and do it.
I don't think
As
if
long
you're
as it doesn't
listening to
cost me
this,
money.
don't come to my channel. It's trash. I just make fun of big, fair, and balanced, and it's the worst thing in the history of ever. Don't go there. Do yourself a favor and probably leave YouTube altogether.
So basically, what you're telling me is to go and subscribe. Got it. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. It was nice meeting you guys.
Oh no, it's
Lovely having you on.
No, it's very fun.
You are now one of us, so unfortunately,
One of us.
Gobble gobble, one of us. Unfortunately, you're stuck. I wish you the best of luck. You didn't even get the contract. You were blooded a bit. Your blood's on the contract, so just like any devil, the devil's in the detail.
You hit the join button, so you're now part of
Actually, I
us.
think technically that saying is the divinity is in the details.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, let's make that into a new
you.
shirt. There we go. Let's make that into a new shirt. Divinity
Let's make
is
it
in the
official
details.
now.
It is quite possible. I can probably make that a thing.
And have. All right, time out.
Oh, God.
Hey, stop it, Jim. Stop it, Jim. No, hang on. A good idea for a shirt for Divinity. You know, on the front of it shows Divinity's in the details, and on the back just have fair and balance, but for legs up in the air. There you go.
I'm out on that.
All I have to say to that, then. Oh shit! Oh god.
No, he fucked it up already.
Yes, I did. God damn it! There we
You hit the wrong button.
Boy. Anyway.
But no, you on the Discord, you have now been added to Robot Masters. I did a stream every Sunday, either around 4, 5, or 6 p.m., depending on how my recording schedule goes with other people beforehand. But if I'm on, you see me, you want to jump in, open door, you're more than glad to jump on whenever.
Though I do have to remind you, he is a taken man, and he's, apparently happily married. So just don't believe all the shit that comes out of his mouth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go there, sir. I'm going to go there.
At what point did I ever trigger that with you?
The moment we met?
Fuck off. Anyways, thank you for joining me for the show. Please like, subscribe. I come by every Sunday, like I said. And peace, everyone.
Yeah, I'm the asshole, remember?